Black women and men are not allies. We have not. I was on the radio today, y'all. So. Um, it was interesting because I was listening to TikTok by this white man tell white women that they had no right to talk about how men are violent because they've been violent in the past, and that was fucking insane. I'm gonna bring that back up, but the three major things that we hear from black men that's basically has helped them successfully move black women away from feminism and fighting for women's rights. Um, will one be what I mean my stuff or whatever? Because I be jumping around. First is the solidarity first, or like race first. Black women are hella pro black. Like we take our blackness serious, right? Um, And when it comes to fighting for anything, racial justice over everything, right? That's what I think is a really kick in the gut for black women to realize that men don't go that hard for their race like black women do. We do get some that's in the conversation, but we notice though history and even today, if they can't be in a position of leadership or take over, then they don't want nothing to do with it. When we look at movements, we see that the women were the driving forces, ones spearheading the movements, and the men kind of like it's just like when you think of a man who wanna start a nonprofit, but he ain't got the skills from it, so he looking for X, Y, and Z person to do these skills. They kind of just jump on the bandwagon. Um, and we also have like dang, why my thoughts are neat. Hate when it happens. Um, we know they put their gender first. They don't give a fuck about race. Let's say that. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the Black Lives Movement and in Rosewood. When it's time when they are in the movement, it looks like they are like they're like pro black. They're like taking a stance or whatever. But what the reality is like we see how they harm women. Again, utilizing women for labor, being violent against women. The same things that we fighting against, they show us every time. What should have been a dead giveaway, right? The second one is that feminism in the black community is framed as white women shit. Like that's what them white women over there. Black women being fooled by white women. White women made y'all think that y'all was fighting all this. Y'all didn't give out just up with white women. Like so many black women think that feminism is some white women shit. They're like, nah, because like again, black solidarity first. And then the third one, and the most invasive one, is the patriarchal and the protection of the family structure. Um, so dismantling the nuclear family was always one of the goals of feminism. If you think around the 1970s and how like those women needed the right to own property and take autonomy over their finances and stuff like that, you could understand why at that time it was so important to dismantle the nuclear family. But then it's sold to us, and y'all hear it all the time. Black men say, "Well, the way we gonna save our community is if we both to get together and we fight against this shit." So, like, those are three things. When I was looking it up, the three major things that have like basically manipulated black women in fighting for civil justice and putting our gender on the back burner. But they have been like using that as a way to just get manipulate labor from us and taking advantage of it. So, what's up, Lan? Go ahead, East.
Yeah. So, I agree. Um, when it comes to like the whole feminism is a white woman's movement, that's not right. That's not true. Black women, like what we call feminism, was actually like the women's suffrage movement, and black women
You
started
tell me.
that. Black women started the women's suffrage movement, and whenever they try to bring up like, oh, y'all was fighting for the right to work, but black women have always worked, even though they simultaneously like to pretend like black women used to sit pretty in the house and be submissive and cooking and cleaning. What black women were fighting were did always have the right to work, but we didn't have like we were still being sexually harassed and abused in the workplace. You know what I mean? That's what we
Yeah.
were fighting for. We were still not getting equal pay. We were still getting, not getting like certain benefits that other people were getting. That's the right to work that Black women were fighting for. So whenever they say things like that, they always talk about like they tricked you and they fooled you and they took you out of the home. Well, first of all, we've been out the home, and also, they never want to talk about like what really feminism was really about when where it comes to like domestic violence and the ability to divorce and things like that. But I'm gonna just land there.
Well, I don't think they actually know or give a shit. Like, they're not going to take the time to understand what feminism is about because they don't give a fuck about, like, what black women need by ourselves because we're not joined at the hips in regards to our oppression. Like, black women and black men don't experience the same type of oppression all the time. So for black men to think that black women don't have the right to fight for an oppression that's uniquely happening to them is diabolical. Like, I I I don't know. You're never going to be able to fool me out of not fighting for things that women need in particular, but they're fighting hard to be able to do that. Like, the hate for feminism
And
just shows me whenever a black man talks about, like, oh yeah, y'all let the white women or feminism, blah blah blah, feminism ruined the black community. To me, what you're saying is that you don't like black women and you don't give a fuck about what black women uniquely need. You don't. And you think everything is about you and what you might need. Like, we can't separate and say black women need this, black men need this, and we need this together as a community, and the children need this. Like, I don't know. They lack nuance in regards to everything East. I don't think they fucking know what feminism is, nor do they
yeah,
care.
I
No, I don't
think
think
I
they know
agree.
either.
I don't think they like sat at a table and came up with those things. But a few things is like them being motivated by their own wants and needs have had them sway a narrative and fall for propaganda, which is the problem. It doesn't really matter how we got here. The fact is we here. We need to recognize where exactly we are because sometimes people aren't recognizing it.
As far as the other things that you said, Tara, I agree with those too. Like,
Thank you,
I think
Ann. Thank you,
that
Mello.
I think that the stolen labor and the triangulation of us and everybody else is a big deal. Like, it's this constant manipulation. And as far as feminism goes and black women have already done what white women are trying to accomplish. Like, so we're not working towards the same end. Like, we've already done the whole, like, oh, get rid of the, like, stereotypes surrounding weight and stuff like that, and self-image and stuff like that. Like, black women, we accept ourselves for who we are and what we look like. I think people are upset that we don't conform to what they think we should look like, right? Like, and people might say, oh, well, black women wear wigs and weaves and da 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 da. That's what we want to do. That's what makes
For
black women
attention. For
happy.
attention.
Like, black women want to be able to change our hairstyles. That's something that's uniquely ours, like, as black women. And y'all don't
To
understand
look like
that.
other
So you
races of women.
criticize it. Carrie,
I'm gonna drop them. Go ahead.
shut
You
the
can finish what
fuck
you're
up.
saying.
Yeah, like, that's uniquely ours. Black women tend to accept who we are as like a group of people, and everybody else is still fighting to figure out who they are. And I think what they do is they try to gaslight us into thinking that we don't know who we are and we don't love ourselves and we don't love each other. When in reality, from the outside looking in, they see the love we have for each other. They see the uplifting that we give each other, and they want to nitpick that and gaslight us into fighting and not believing that about ourselves.
I agree. I definitely agree. A couple things. Can y'all make sure y'all tap the screen? Let's get the likes past at least 10K. If you haven't already done so, sit on Heart Me. And you can support the panel. Go ahead. It's yeah. What up, Royal?
In the
Relax. You
sign
next.
us in a gift there. So I'll just speak to the prompt. As much as I hate to say it, this is, in my opinion, absolutely true.
Thank you, Monica.
We are not allies, and I don't believe that it comes from our side. I think there's a certain level of jealousy at the level of leadership and advocacy that we found for ourselves that Black men haven't found for themselves, and they're intimidated by that, just as, you know, the YT men are, the YT women are, the patriarchy, because no matter what you throw to bounce back and do better. And it's like the degradation of Black women, Black BLK women, no matter what we do, it's not only disheartening, but it's frustrating. When I sit on lives, I can say that I'm a married mother of
Thank you,
5, and
Monica.
the men are like, yes, she's married, you should listen to her and all this. But the moment I say I have 6 degrees, they turn on me. It's amazing. It's like, well, how much debt do you have? Yeah, y'all have all these degrees, but y'all lead in debt and all this. And I'm like, well, I don't have any debt. All 6 of my degrees were paid for in full by the institutions because I have a high GPA and they wanted me. Oh, well, y'all, that's the problem with y'all. Y'all, it's like, so if you're subservient and you're under the leadership of a male and you're having babies and you're, you know, doing that, then that's okay. But the moment you step out of that and do better than
It's
what they
funny when
thought you
you
would
said
do, it's an
that.
issue.
It's funny because when you said that, I thought of like, oh, I'm married, and them like cheering in the background, and then a woman follow up it like to a woman and watch them switch their tone. But yeah, I agree with that. Like they don't want you to have accomplishments, and they don't, because that's a sign of independence, being educated. And the reason why they celebrate you
They
being
have,
married is because you fell. Hold up, because marriage in itself is a patriarchal institution. So they're like, oh yeah, somebody fell for
exactly.
it, got them.
Ex-
Which is the problem
exactly.
with like even marriage. But let Royal go. Thank you, Monica. I appreciate you. You got to unmute Royal.
Hey, good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Black women and men are not allies. Uh, I know y'all
Do you
disagree
have
with
any?
this. Well,
Hold
it's
on.
not a
Hold
thing.
up. No. Hold up.
Pardon?
It's taking you too long to make your point to give disclaimers. Just go straight into what you want to say.
I think that no, I'm not gonna say I think. Black men are for black women. It's the black women that are against the black men. And I don't know when this all started,
Hold up. Before
but
you go to that point, can you give us examples of how it's black men are for women, but not the other way around?
I mean, I don't, how are we against you all? That's
No.
the
I
thing.
don't want you. I don't want
How
you to.
are we?
No. I
Mm-hmm.
make sure to give an example to support the point that you made. You said black men are for black women. What you could do is maybe explain how or what behaviors is evidence.
In every way,
Like how?
in every way, we're, you know, even though you all are giving us many challenges, we
Can you
still
give a
choose to
specific
date you
example
all.
of the things that or behavior that black men do that exemplify them being for black women specifically?
Did you hear me say in all ways?
Did you
What's the
hear me say that
always?
I said that you said always?
That's not specific, sir. Do you know what being specific is? That's a
If
very
I
vague
if I say
answer.
always, I don't have to
If
be
you don't
specific.
know, yeah, you do. You do.
Can you
Like
just name
damn,
That's
one?
every
how
If
that
time
it's
works.
my
if
thing,
it's if
I
it's
mean,
one
every
if it's
time a man,
always hold on, Royal. If
when
it's
these,
always, could you just
Then
name
you will
one
have
way?
several examples.
you
Yeah, if
Yeah.
know,
it's in all ways.
when you
You
all,
don't have an example. You can't be mad at us because you got proven wrong and you can't answer the
hold
question
up,
correctly.
why are you attacking me?
We're
No, you're
asking you to
attacking
support your
me.
No,
claim.
it's an attack because
No,
Hold up.
it's
I'm not
not.
answering in the
Because
way
someone
you
asked you
want
to
me to
explain,
answer.
sir. Because someone asked you to give an example and explain further, that's not an attack, honey. I don't know where you learned that from or where you picked that victim mentality up from, but
Man,
it
you're
won't
doing
work on
victim
this panel.
mentality right now.
So if you
Can
don't have an example, just say I
But
don't have an example. My
but
apologies,
you're
so we
doing it
can move
right now.
on.
he
You're doing
ran?
it
Oh,
right now.
he ran.
You've
That
been doing
shut
it
up,
right
Tone
now.
Loc.
Hey,
Shut
bitch,
up,
you're
Tone
doing it
Loc.
right now. You're doing it right
No,
now.
get your
Corny
Hold on.
ass,
What's that
asshole.
sir.
noise?
Corny
It's
asshole.
Maxine.
A corny
Um,
asshole.
The
Always
way
want to
that they
talk.
Shut,
celebrated when they thought the
Tone
women would be
Loc.
destitute
Shut
from
up
welfare
with
was
that
Nah,
crazy.
bitch, we gonna
motherfucking
talk.
ventilator,
Bitch, we gonna
bitch.
talk. Come on, bitch.
Nah.
Come
No,
on.
I've been waiting to get on you with that
Come
motherfucking
on,
breathing
bitch. Talk.
machine. Shut up. Before I light a
Talk,
cigarette
bitch.
next to it and blow your dumb ass up. Shut up, Tone Loc.
Bitch, ain't nobody fucking
Shut up. You got
no
COPD and you
tore up
on here
pussy.
worried about women. Shut up.
Tore up pussy, bitch.
Shut up.
Nobody
Okay.
fucking
Tore
with you,
out
bro.
lungs. Tore out
Nobody
lungs. You
fucking
can't
with
even
you.
breathe.
Tore
You
up
can't even
pussy.
walk up no
Ain't nobody
stairs.
fucking
You
with you,
can't
bro.
even go for a jog. You can't
Why you
even
with
walk.
me?
You
Cause she a
can't even
bitch.
power
That's your
walk.
boyfriend.
You can't even power walk. Shut up.
She
Your
a
ass can't
bitch.
even walk too fast.
She a
Shut
bitch
your
walking
ass
around.
up. You need oxygen on the motherfucking
Go
plane,
suck a dick,
bitch.
bitch.
Shut your stupid ass up. You got a breathing machine. Shut up, bitch. You can't even breathe correctly. Your lungs weak as fuck. Stop talking to me. Weak ass lungs.
Wow.
then hold up, June. Let Summer go, then we go to June.
That was awesome. Hey y'all. Good job, man.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
weird.
Shut up. Black men and women are not allies.
Yeah, you shut up as well,
It's
man.
clear. Shut up. I'm speaking. You're gonna get
Hold
dropped.
up, hold up,
Mute.
hold up,
Right,
Anyway.
but why are you being rude and
hold
disrespectful?
up, hold up. Sorry, wait your turn. Summer, go ahead, finish your point.
Yeah. They're not our allies, obviously, because they don't even know what ails us or what we're talking about. Ask them when they be like, I mean, I care about women, even the ones who be lying, care about women's issues. Ask them what the issues are. They don't care what's going on with us. They only care about our labor and possessing us and access to poom poom just for the validation of men because they don't even like that for real because these niggas be gay. Because truthfully, they want to be bent and they love other men and men validation. Even if they don't split them, that's what it's about. So they're more focused at getting off, getting labor, getting validation, putting other people down, feeling important, some stupid hierarchy that they've internalized, and not our allies. They think they're the community, matter of fact, and they think we're here to be their helpmate because they're stupid
Be
religions,
informed.
and it's all bullshit.
Thank you, Summer. Go ahead, June.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really interesting just, listening to a lot of the anti-black male rhetoric on these stages. I think it's very interesting. Again, a lot of these women, they hide, they do all that talking, but then low key, they either have a man or they want a man. And so, again, it sounds like one big projection.
Can
It
you
sounds like
answer
they're
the
just really
prompt?
mad and stuff
Answer
like
the
that. So,
prompt.
well, man, no, well, you can go on mute, man. You can go on mute,
Answer
man.
the prompt.
Mute your mic, man. Go ahead and mute your
No,
mic. Or
answer
I
the
don't know if
prompt.
you sound like you're washing your clothes in the background, man. So go ahead, man.
No, that's my dog, stupid.
Right. Well, then go and tend to
Answer
your
the
dog.
prompt.
Tend to
Answer
your
the
poor dog.
prompt.
Tend to your dog, man. Go ahead and tend to your dog.
Respond to the
Yeah.
prompt.
Then tend to your dog. I was talking and then you just started babbling. There you go. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to allies, I mean, black men have always been the allies of black man. You got to mute your mic. There you go. Black men have always been the allies of
No,
yeah, black
me
men have
too.
always been
Stop
the
telling me
allies.
what to do.
Well, yeah, I am telling you what to do because you're interrupting me, man. So there you go. So anyhow, yeah, black men have always been the allies of black men. Black men have always been the allies of black women, since the civil rights time. What's happened is that you got a whole lot of these sisters that do believe
Hold
in
up, real quick.
feminism.
Hold up. Cause one, you trying to be rude, and hold up, you trying to
Not
be
being rude
rude
at
to
all.
make a point. Hold up. I'm meeting you for a reason to make a point that don't make sense. You doing the same thing the guy said earlier. Y'all real vague and saying, yeah, of course we support y'all. We do all the things and say what they are. That's the thing. Can you
Yeah, I was
list the
getting real
things
to
that you're
that.
saying you're doing?
Yeah,
You
absolutely. I'm
wasn't
getting
by
ready
the
to
way
that.
you was framing it.
Oh no, you didn't. You didn't. You interrupted right when I was getting
Yeah,
ready to say it,
go
man. So
ahead
you got to
then.
listen.
All
Yeah, you
right.
got to You
All
got to
right, go
listen
ahead. Say it
first.
right
Yeah, don't
now.
babble. Just listen. There you go. So yeah, I mean, you have black men that have been supporting black women, since the rights movement. We were the ones that were going out there protesting. We were the ones that were creating programs. We were the ones that were putting in the infrastructure and the work. But then black women, they decided to leave and depart from that, and they started to follow behind white,
No, that's a
and it
lie.
started with the feminism and all of those different things. And so,
No, you're
and so,
lying. You came up here to
I'm not
lie. None of what you're saying is true. That's not true.
Get
The women are the
true.
ones who take a moment. Once
Oh,
y'all
it's
get
definitely
involved, y'all get violent. So no, that's not
no,
true.
no, we
I
don't get
want
violent.
No,
him to, sir.
no,
Oh, he
I don't
left.
like it. He's too fucking rude. He took his bitch ass down there. Go ahead, user.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
I'll say I guess not, or I don't know, honestly, to be honest. But based off, I mean, online, I guess online not, but in person, I would say yes. When you're chronically online, you will notice that
Okay,
no, we're not allies.
okay, so I'm gonna say the same thing to you. When you say in person, how so?
And outside of person,
Yeah, you said different in person. Give us some examples.
just give us an example. I mean, just
Mm-hmm.
being, I don't know, an example really. Just
But
like
that's
how
the
to give an
problem, y'all.
example.
That's the problem, right? When you just believe something for the sake of believing it, or you just saying something for the sake of saying it, you're vague. We actually took some time to like think about it. You like process it, and you know what you're talking about. You can give details. You're the third man who could not give one example. You failing the man. You can't come up with one thing to say in person. How it's different.
It seems like all you guys do is
No,
complain,
no, 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 no,
loud,
no, no. See,
obnoxious.
hold up.
You just,
See how detailed you're being about the things you hate about us? Be detailed about the stuff that's in person that you're doing.
man, I could, but it's like you just can't let
But you can't. That's the
you see
thing.
folks
Y'all never
complaining every.
can. Y'all never can. You never can. If y'all listen to these men and what they're
We
saying,
can't get
when
you
you ask for examples, they
can't be
never have one. They
under control.
never have one. Or they're
Low
waiting
impulse,
for you to give one
low
or
impulse
somebody else to get one, and then they want to jump on somebody's point. But they never
control,
have something to support what they're saying because they know they full of shit.
impulse control, debate,
I
and
mean, and
just
it
be
can all
there.
be so simple. Like they can just say, "I don't have an example," or they can just, you know, or yeah, they can just say, "I don't have an example," but they get on the defense, and then they try to put you on the defense, because they're on the defense about it. Like instead of letting it be a learning moment, like, you know what, I never thought about it, but now that I think about it, we I don't have an example, so maybe you're right. And it's not like admitting that this prompt is correct. It's like all being like, oh, it's permanently fixed that way. In admitting that you don't have an example and the prompt just may be right, that's your chance to actually do something about it and change and learn. But instead, they're on the defense, and I just don't understand why. I've never understood that, because that's not a conducive way to learn and
Thank you,
grow as a
Adrian.
person at all. At
But you
all.
just said
I
Wait,
it. You
think
question:
got
Is
thing
that
this
you just hold on
question?
real quick.
go
Is this
ahead.
for?
Lynn, you
Is
just said it. When you said if you was trying to learn and do something about it, you be open minded to learning something new and like maybe critiquing what you think, but they're not. They rather argue and swears down that they know what they're talking about so they can attack us. So their goal is never to learn from us. Their goal is never to like take it back and do something with it. the thing is, like, I'm the man, I'm putting it down there, y'all wrong, I'm right. And then they want to talk down and scold us.
Yeah, I think
That's
the reason
crazy.
why they can't admit it is because they don't want Black women to understand that they don't fight for us. And I've said before that the Black woman is the Black man's welfare. Like, they genuinely would not have been able to survive without us if we were to realize that they are using us and they do not advocate for us. As a matter of fact, if they were to advocate for us, it would lose them like that little bit of crumb of uh, patriarchal power that they have. Then they would, then they would, they feel like they would not be able to survive. They wouldn't be able to live by admitting something like that they don't fight for Black women, because once they admit that, then Black women will turn around and stop fighting for them. Black women will turn around and stop helping them survive. And they
And
can't admit it. It's a survival instinct inside of them.
and a giveaway that y'all can ask men on your own. Ask a Black man what does racial liberation look like to him, and watch him describe a Black patriarchal society to you. Every fucking
Also,
time.
men can't they can't be wrong, and they think that they're the authority just because they're men. So they can't do that. If he admitted that he's a dumbass and he had nothing to say and he never thought about it, then he feel less than, because all they think of it is that hierarchy, and you're beneath them. So you can't know what you're talking about. So now let me insult you, because they're easily triggered by being insulted and like not being on level, whatever the stupid ideal is. So they think we are too, but we don't care about their opinion. So joke's on them.
Go ahead, boss, Leo.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hold up. No, the guy
Yeah, how you
underneath it, you
doing?
can
Oh,
go
I'm
after
sorry.
him.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Like,
ahead, ma'am.
no, it's your turn, sir. Go ahead.
Black women and men are not allies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Not in all instances, but for the
How
most part,
so?
we're not
We,
allies. No, I don't believe that.
you said not all instances. Like, what instances
Not.
would we be allies?
I mean, it just depends. Like, just certain situations.
Like what?
But
Just give us one situation that you're referring to.
well, if we have a disagreement on something,
So we allies when we have a disagreement?
it might turn into that. But yeah, no. So I'm just gonna say, for the most part, we're not allies.
Hold on, real quick. That didn't make sense.
No,
If we
oh, it makes
disagree and
sense.
we're not.
I
No, the
don't
allyship
know.
takes some agreement to build a alliance. So for us to disagree, we wouldn't be striving for the same thing. So that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but we turn into allies when we have disagreements.
How so?
So
Describe what you're talking about.
how so? Well, for one,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of arguing going on and fighting, and the
Yeah, and how does
both.
that transform to an alliance?
No, it turns into an ally. We're allies at that point. But now you're gonna go
How?
your way and I'm gonna go mine, and now we hate each other.
Do you know what? Hold on. Do you know what
And now
ally
it's the whole
means?
thing. Yeah, yeah.
What is ally? What do you think
No, let
ally
me tell
means?
you, we're allies. We're not.
What does that mean?
We're separate. We're not. We're in, like
You don't. So you don't know what allies mean, sir.
we're going against each other. That's what it means.
You don't know what allies mean.
I do know what it means.
You don't. No, you don't. You literally
Yes, I do.
are making an argument from the opposite. You don't know what it means.
No,
I
Embarrassing.
think he thinks that allies mean adversaries.
like
That's what I was
Not
thinking.
white.
not adversary. No, the adversary is
Because what you're
like an evil
describing
spirit.
are
Adversary
adversaries.
is someone who's against you, is the evil spirit. No, not an adversary.
What an evil spirit,
An ally is
Jesus.
is similar to an enemy. Is an ally is your enemy? Is
No, it's
No,
not.
no, it's
No,
not.
this is
yeah.
this is so sad. I mean, So right now, in the moment, when everybody's saying you're wrong and you think we're beneath you, so it don't matter. Like you don't even
No, it
you
isn't.
don't care about learning. Like y'all are
Thank you,
so
Lexi.
weak. God.
Thank you, Lexi.
What are
Lexi's
you talking
wrong
about? Thank you,
too.
Lexi.
She's wrong
No,
too.
No,
she's on my
Lexi.
side about it. Thank you, Lexi.
Hold up,
Tell
hold
him,
up, hold
Lexi.
up, hold up, hold up.
Get up here now.
Him trying to find a lifeline in the comments is insane. Like you don't know what ally mean, and you struggling to get to a point because you don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead, Leo.
How you guys doing? Oh,
I
okay. I
know
just picked him up.
Lexi.
All right.
He's so dumb. He thought you was agreeing with him. But go
Okay.
ahead, Leo.
Can I state what ally is first?
No, we don't do labor for
No.
men.
Okay. All right. So I don't think that black women and men are allies at all. I do have a list of stuff that I can talk about. One is black men actually create higher rates of single mothers than any other race of men when it comes to black women. Black women are more likely to be murdered by black men than any
I
other race
think
of
hold
men.
up. For your first one, I think it'd be better worded as black men are more likely to abandon their children or their family.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Um,
And the second one, make sure you're using TikTok friendly language.
what should I say? I'm not used to being on live.
Well, you can't use words like the M word that you use. You can say unalive.
Okay. They're more likely to unalive black women at a higher rate than any other race of men. And there is, in I've noticed in a lot of black men, a lot of internalized racism, especially when they date outside of their race. When it comes to black women, we're like ghetto, we're nasty, we're this, we're that, we're uncooperative, we don't do what they want. I feel like it's more of a I want you to worship me type of sense instead of it being a mutuality or the other way around, really.
Yeah, we've talked about there's something you can actually find online. Black men who invite other groups of men to talk badly about black women, and they
Yeah.
get off on it.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you was making that point, and you don't see other races of men doing that at all.
Say it one more time, honey.
You don't see other races of men doing that.
No, I'm not denying that other race of men don't do it.
No,
I'm pretty sure that.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
But
Go ahead, finish your point.
black men do it at a higher rate, is what I was saying, and a lot other reasons like I think someone said earlier about I can't fully remember. I was cooking, but black women tend to be more educated than black men, and I feel like that is a threat to them. So that's why they treat us the way that they treat us. That's where I land my plane.
Yeah, anything that gives us independence, they will have a problem with. Us deciding to get educated, even though it would be the good for the community, doesn't directly stroke their ego that they wanted to be stroked with, so they're against it. What's up, Stuck?
Can I say one thing to that point, Tara? Is
Yeah,
that
go ahead.
the black women's education directly affects black men in a positive way. But you're right, because it doesn't stroke their ego, they're willing to diminish it or disrespect it or devalue it. Even though the black women's education definitely provides them the ability to live to like it does, it makes them better, you know what I'm saying, like income wise, economically wise, societal wise. You're right, it doesn't stroke their ego, and that's kind of scary as fuck if you think about it.
You like to be beautiful
Well, I
girl.
have something to say
Go ahead,
about that.
Smitty. You can go.
So every racial group, their women are more educated than their men, because a lot of women in general, especially in America, they prioritize education.
So
And I
hold
should
up,
premise
Tina,
it by
talk.
saying
Hold up,
I
but
should premise
the
it by
main
saying that
point. Hold up. No. The main point of it isn't that the women are more educated. The main point that she was making was a reaction to it.
no, I agree, and but I was just mentioning that, and then also obviously premising, like I'm educated myself.
If you agree, then why
I'm
did
in
you
grad
mention
school.
it?
I'm adding to it. So basically, but I'm saying that a lot of black men do prioritize like a lot of trades and other realms and just men in
Has
general.
nothing to do. That has nothing to do with the point. The point is that they diminish, demean, and shame black women for getting educated. That is the point. I need you to focus on that.
Well, I mean, I don't really like. I have 2 masters and bachelors
Yeah,
in
again,
associates.
missing the
So
point.
I'm just saying that like you guys are mentioning that. I'm just saying that
What's your
most
2
men
masters in? Hold on, what's your 2 masters in?
business analytics and finance.
So nothing social, nothing about the humanities and social sciences. Okay.
What?
Now we're trying to see, like, I'm just trying to see for the sake of the conversation. Go ahead, finish your
Okay.
point.
Um, but yeah. So I was just saying that the men in every racial group are less collegiately
Okay,
educated.
you still,
What does that have to
it's
do with
crazy. You still missing the
anything?
Because
point.
you guys bring it up as a point all the time, like, oh,
No,
It's
we're
not
more
a
educated than them. We're more
point. Do
educated.
you understand what we're saying? The point is not that we're more educated than them. The point is that they shame black women for getting educated. Again, the point is black men shame black women for getting an education. They say things like the white man's education. Oh, you are in debt. Oh, it does nothing for the community. Oh, you're gonna end up broke. Those are examples. Do you understand now?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
That's a shame before God that it takes all that.
I mean, it really
You know
doesn't. You could,
everything with all your education and can't follow the
It
conversation because we
literally
stuck on your dumb ass
does.
point.
I'm just saying that.
We
Like, I
said it like
literally, I
3
I
times.
never invalidated or negated anything you said. I was just adding on to that. I never said like
No,
For
you
what
were
y'all are
adding
always
purpose?
so
on to it. You
reactive
For
and
what
thought that
talking
you
like
purpose?
had
emotional and shit.
no,
Like,
honey. No. That's not what happened. Let's walk this back. What happened was East stated a point. You tried to go against her point and
I
then she
didn't go against
restated
it.
it again. Then you restated the same point again that you were trying to go against. Then Tara corrected you. Then I corrected you 2 more times. Then I finally corrected you a 3rd time. You were corrected by 3 different
Why
women
are you yelling?
in the course of fucking 3
Why are
minutes.
you
What are
yelling?
you talking about? It has nothing to do with my yelling. Ignore the
Relax.
yelling and stick to the point. Okay, ignore that and stick to the point. Stick to the
Relax.
point. I'm concise. I'm relaxed.
No,
I'm
you're
relaxed.
angry
No,
like
I'm
like a
not.
typical black
Stick to the
woman.
point. Stick to the
So I
point. Don't
guarantee,
worry about it.
Whoa.
he can stick to the point, and I guarantee you he ain't got no 2 masters. Like, the fact that you can't conceptualize
You want
one
me to
point
airdrop
and
them?
adjust what you saying in real time, shows that like something's
You
wrong.
can
Like,
look
you
at my
must have paid.
profile.
Hold
They're
on, we
connected to
don't
my
need your
profile.
pay. Hold on.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Your profile wouldn't show that you have a master's. It would
Yeah.
just show that you're attached to a school.
Business analytics and finance from Cal
Okay,
Poly Pomona.
but you have nothing to say. So I don't.
What are you
The
talking
point
about?
is,
I'm
I
sir.
looking
literally said
at
Just like I was saying earlier, you missing the core point of it. The point is that if you are educated, you should be able to conceptualize a point, and when given new information, be able to adjust what you're saying in real time. You
and I
cannot
did.
do that. So
And I
we don't
did.
need to see your Everest education that you got online. You did
Everest
not.
is crazy. She said you went to ICDC.
You guys can laugh all the fuck you want. Like, I don't give 2 fucks. Like, this
It
is why
sounds like
nobody
you
likes
do
black
though.
bitches, bro. Straight up.
Not black bitches.
Nobody. We're not
No,
gonna. We
nobody
don't
does, bro.
care.
We don't
We
care,
don't
Ouch.
buddy.
care.
That's why you gotta fucking sit up on these panels talking about niggas all
So,
day.
and here you
So.
are on the
Like, hell
panel,
yeah,
Right on
hell
the
yeah,
panel,
right
I'm
right
here.
along
along with
with
us.
us.
Oh,
You and your
your
big green.
feelings. So you just got done talking about somebody being emotional, and your feelings are hurt by us correcting you, and
Yeah,
now
blah
you're
blah blah
lashing
blah
out on
blah.
us. Now you're
Yeah.
lashing out because your feelings are hurt.
What's up,
Your
Ace?
feelings are hurt, which is crazy. You're being emotional.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
Yeah,
That your
because
feelings
we're
are
black
hurt. You're
bitches. That's
angry.
yeah, you
emotion.
are. You are.
You're
Okay.
angry. Look at you,
Sound sound
mad
like
for no
sound like
reason.
sound like the
Girl,
poorly educated to me.
sound like poorly educated
Thank
to
you,
me.
Ace.
Thank you, Ace. I appreciate you,
But to
honey.
have 2 master's degrees and brag
Ace
about
said
it
he an
and your
ally,
go-to is
y'all.
black bitches is
I'm not
Hey,
wild.
bragging about it.
Drika.
I'm just
He's
saying.
not
And to
educated.
You
also,
know what? Ace really is an ally, and let me tell you
Yeah,
why.
he is an ally. I was
Ace
just
don't
thinking
get up
that.
on this panel. Ace do nothing but put his money where his mouth is. Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
No, I was
hey
thinking that
everybody.
too. Like, no, you got that one, Ace. No, this man is not. The thing is, having a degree is not just about the name of the degree. It's certain characteristics and like skills you build behind that, and he's showing that he doesn't have
No,
it. So he would
I'm
still
just
be the
talking shit
poorly
on a
educated.
fucking panel.
No, you, sir. No, no,
I,
no.
I've
You
got an
are
extensive
poorly
resume.
educated.
I've got an extensive resume.
Hold on, AI can do a lot of things in 2026.
Yeah, I
What's up,
know it can.
Drika?
Exactly. And that's one of the
Hold on, you're
applications.
so insecure. No, look how insecure you are. You can't move from it. You're so insecure about
What are you
that
talking
point. You
about?
can't move on from it. Thank you,
What point?
Divine. Thank you, Drika. No, no, no. That's what insecurity rules when
What
you
point?
constantly want to fixate on one point. Oh,
What
that's
point?
Smitty. What's up, Drika?
Thank you, Ace. I don't know what this nigga talking about, but no, of course, black men are not our allies. Like, they not supporting us. Thank you. They're not supporting us. They don't care. I think we've talked about it in the
Thank you,
past,
Goddess.
plenty of times. About how black men have been able to manipulate us into believing that like this like black liberation was for us, and that was solely for them to have black male patriarchy. I had just seen a video I forgot to send to you again the other day about this black woman in like the 70s who was talking about the way in which black men have manipulated our labor and used sexist violence against us throughout the history of us navigating white supremacy. So no, like to think that they have the time and wherewithal to pin us down while we're all under the thumb of a system that is so harsh and violent tells you how monstrous they can be to us. So no, they're not our allies in any form. Because I'm gonna plug in my community. No matter how these men identify or what their sexual orientation is, I want y'all to never forget that. It don't matter if they trans women or gay men or whatever. They all have the same brain space they share. So yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. It's interesting when you start having pattern recognition because I was like, something don't seem right about the LGBT and how they all combine in a way women and race. Something went wrong, and I looked it up, and that's what I mentioned about the rabbit hole. That in the 1970s, there were like a lot of radical feminist separatists who was like, identifying as lesbian. Like the idea was that like they didn't want to be part of the patriarchal structure at all, so they would like completely separate, and that caused some conflict or whatever. But that was like the foundation of the lesbian movement, and that being a lesbian wasn't necessarily the identity thing. It was a political ideology that went along with it, right? And they did not want to align with men at all. We don't see it until the 1980s after the AIDS epidemic. If y'all don't know, women are the ones who stepped in and took care of the men. So they put their personal like needs, their personal agenda put on the side to help men, and then they end up combining with them. And what we have today, which literally erasure women within the movement. So that's another movement that men have hijacked.
Yep.
That's all I wanted to do.
Wait, how did Lynn get on top of me? I'm
She
fine
been
with
all
it.
over. She been all over the panel today.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it, but I'm still politics. I woke up out my sleep to it. But I'm okay with it. But I was about to say, damn, I'm sorry, Tara. I wanted to respond to you and I forgot because I was talking about Lynn. I'm sorry, but I agree with you. I had to let my thought come
You
back to
up here
me.
playing too much.
But I agree with you, Tara. But my point escaped me. But you absolutely right. And when I think of it, I'll chime back in on it.
But the thing is that we see the same thing with the civil rights movement, right? Women have, like black women specifically, because of what we fall on the caste system, we've always been like the person who has to recognize things and do something about it, even when it comes to children, because women are in proximity to children and like we have a different level of understanding. And men like literally come in and hijack everything we create because like we're uncomfortable in society. They are not. When 30 came up here the other day and said men don't care about the prison industrial complex, he ate down with that point because you never hear them argue about that. You never hear men talk about like what they gonna do about the prison system. They don't give a fuck about it. And we know that like if the numbers were that high for black women, we would absolutely be like, no, something got to be done about this. They don't give a fuck about that. Their priority is to have their own household. That's the goal for them. So the reason why they're not the ones who are basically spearheading these movements is because they're comfortable where they at. But when they see women performing labor, they be like, okay, how can I use this to my advantage?
Also, they're lazy and submissive, so they're not gonna do nothing.
Yeah. What's up, Truly?
Hello. How y'all doing today? Happy weekend.
Yeah,
Hello?
happy weekend. Go ahead, you can make your point.
Yeah, I'm just coming at the back end, and I was thinking I'm just giving a different perspective, especially if you have like kids, like if you have boys and girls. So I look at it like my kids, I try to teach them how to be a unit and a family unit. So even though they might have friends and go out and have influences, I let them know your main thing should be about your family. So I'll tell my son to protect my daughter, and I will also tell my daughter to protect my son.
But that's the thing, because again, when it comes to the family, yeah, that's important. Don't get me wrong.
But
But when it comes to the
can I
family,
finish?
hold up.
Can
No,
I,
hold on. I want to
can
make this point because what you're talking about is individualistic, and more collective is like you need to contribute to your community. You need to be a upstanding citizen in your community, contribute to things. So when you dial it down to family, that's literally what we're talking about. But go ahead, sir.
right. So maybe if you let me finish, I don't know. So that's what usually people
No, you
do.
wasn't about to make that
So,
point. So go ahead and just finish.
right. Again, you don't know. You're not that good. If you are, I need parlays because FIFA's up. We can make some money. So again, thank you. So what I was saying is, for that perspective, that's what I think. Also with our community, I think if you had any of your women had a son and a daughter, sometimes it might be a third party friend that comes in that might
See,
try
that's
to
the thing. You trying to
not
steal
try.
my shit. Hold up. You trying to steal my shit so bad and use
I'm not trying
community.
to,
Like
ma'am.
you
I
trying to
just
make a
came up
point. Hold
here. I
up.
don't.
But you talking about a third party as a friend coming in wouldn't represent the community. You don't know what I'm talking about. So just
Yeah, I'm not
stay with
even
the point.
talking about that,
Stay with
ma'am.
your original point. Just stay with your original point,
I
sir.
am, ma'am. I don't know if you got ADHD. I just came on. I told you I just
Yeah,
came
I
in the
do, and
last
you need
game.
to get to
So I
it.
don't know what your stuff is. So just let me finish, if you don't mind. So again, I have a son and daughters. So I think of us and my family. I look at them like y'all supposed to be together. Y'all are allies. Y'all family. We raised together. You have the same spirituality, stuff like that. So when I see a friend come in, like if my son friend come in or my daughter friend come in, and they are questioning or putting the son against the daughter or the daughter against the son, I'm just like, that's gonna happen. But you gotta understand that what y'all supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? What you are not supposed to allow. You ain't supposed to allow nobody disrespect your sister. So you ain't supposed to let none of your friends disrespect your brother.
Now link that
And
with
if
the
it is
topic and
disrespect, and if
tell
it
us how
if
this. Tell us how that links to the topic,
right,
sir.
so I'm about to land. Just give me 10 seconds. I'm about to land.
I don't
So
want you to
just
land. I
like
want
in
you to connect
society,
it with
if
the topic.
maybe other people could get it, it's just going over your head. So let me just finish, and if
No,
anybody
it's
got any other
not.
questions, I'll address it. So this is what I'm saying. I feel like that in society too. If I see somebody disrespected my females, especially if I see that she's not doing nothing wrong or how we were raised, I will hold her high. I will have her back. Vice versa. I will hope that the women do that. I see that. It's just not as much, but I do
Thank you,
see it.
Issa and
So
beloved.
I just
Real
land
quick,
right there.
real quick, just for the people in the comments. Did it also go over y'all head? I'm sorry, I wasn't saying the connection to the like actual topic. And he said it went over my head. I just want to know, did it go over other people's head
And
too?
then Mike, could you keep on interrupting?
Hold on, hold
No,
on,
he
hold on.
wasn't.
No, it
I'm.
didn't
Oh,
go
see,
over my head.
It
Actually, he
didn't.
has
He
no
wasn't
argument.
We're
saying
not
shit.
talking. We're not talking to you yet, sir. You ain't introduced to the conversation.
He wasn't saying shit.
Yeah. He tried to steal
Also,
my shit in real time and fucked up his
he
point.
did. Also, too, I wanted to say, y'all need to watch that gambling bullshit because there's new statistics out. Black men are 3 to 5 more times more likely to develop a gambling addiction than any other group of men. Y'all are slowly starting to gamble, quite literally, gamble your lives away.
Is that the parlay thing?
That's the parlay thing.
And
yeah,
it's,
Yeah.
it was a
hold on,
that
hold
that was a
on,
back
hold on,
that was a backhand.
Mel, hold on. And they also unalive for it. Them
Uh-huh.
gambling and the risk they take, they be want to knock each other heads off the shoulder. Men are some misanders. If I was y'all, if I was a man, or if I was a male like True, I wouldn't be hanging around other males because they risky. They misanders. They'll take your life over a dice game. It's very deadly.
Damn.
Very deadly.
Damn.
Right, like I said that as a backhanded compliment because I'm like, if your
We
discernment
got
is
it. We
that
got the
good,
passive aggressiveness, sir.
you
We don't
you
give
you
a
would
fuck.
you would be
No, I just wanted to
yeah
throw that little
you wouldn't
Snapple
have to be
fact.
on
No,
here.
sir. We got
If
it.
it's a
It's
hold
all
on,
right.
Okay, no problem.
the effect of a backhanded compliment is that you don't explain that it's a backhanded compliment. Like that's. Anyways, what's up? Not the father.
Yeah, hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing today?
No, Ace, you cool with us. We ain't got no problem with Ace. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so I was going to just ask you. You were saying that men don't advocate about the
Thank you,
prison
entitled.
system. Say it again. They don't.
Yeah, I was saying. Hold on, real quick. I was stating that a black man came on my panel and stated that men don't care about the prison industrial complex. But go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Can you just leave that comment to him because there are groups out here like Young Men of Honor. There are football like guys. They're football teams and basketball teams and other type of groups out here that are led by black men that a lot of young black boys are part of, and they're trying to do the work. Is it going to
Black
happen
boys
over?
up. What role is the black boys playing in this?
Well, they're educating and nurturing and helping these nurturing and maturing these young boys
So
to
they could
be
exploit them.
what?
Yeah. You said that there
Hold
are
on, ma'am. Can
Hold on,
I,
let him finish.
groups. Okay, go
ma'am?
ahead.
Hold
Can
on, I
I?
want to hear what he's gonna say. Go ahead.
That was wild. There are programs, and there'll be sports programs. There are some academics programs as well, and there are just some boy programs, such as I was part of one
So
called
are
Young
you
Men of
talking about
Honor.
high risk youth? Are you talking about high risk youth?
No,
Like I'm
not
trying to.
that. No, that's for problem kids. There are programs, and they're
So
not
hold on.
spoken. Hold
What I'm trying to understand is if you're talking about enrichment as a way to prevent boys to grow up and end up in prison.
No, I'm saying that these are programs in place to stop young black men from going to prison, and
That's
I'm
what I
saying
just
that.
said.
Oh, I didn't hear you. You cutting out. What I'm saying is that black men do speak about the prison system. We just do it in our own way, in our own groups. I do agree that we should be more loud about it online, and we should be pushing more for it. And I will say this: women as a collective is better at getting, especially black women, is getting things done when it comes to legislation and going to representatives and getting laws and what need to be passed to help further the agenda for the community. I will give you guys that. But I'm saying that it's not like black men out here that don't care. There are black men out here who are doing some work and trying to stop young black men or black men period from going to jail. I just think it just kind of logical to just say that black men as a whole don't care about the prison system. which is what's my problem with that.
Does he know what the prison industrial complex is, or he's just saying so that they're got some programs they won't go to jail?
I understand what the prison industrial complex is. I
Because
understand
what you're saying doesn't have anything to do with that.
Well, she just literally said before, she stated that a black man came on her panel and said that black men don't care about prisons, the prison system. And I'm
Thank
saying
you,
that that's
ma'am.
false.
So if you care about the prison industrial complex, then you'd be talking about attacking that system, working on the the courts, the justice system, dealing with police and all of that, not just being a mentor to little boys. You get it?
You know what? And I agree. And I literally just stated we could do more, but we're starting somewhere, and there's a start, right? So I do agree that we could go further with this. We should, and I think that is going to happen, but it's not going to happen right away, because black men are just now starting to get more educated. We're starting now to go to school, get back green books, and so things are starting to change. Like a lot of our uncles and fathers went to jail during the 80s because of the bad crime, the crime bill.
Okay, so that's what I was going to say. So you know that the prison rate for black men was much higher in the 80s and 90s and stuff, right? It's way lower. Hold on.
So hold up, something. They didn't go to prison because of the crime bill. They went to prison because they committed crime.
Well, I disagree because it gives that 2 strike, 3 strike system.
Yeah, I know.
For lesser charges.
So that just mean they committed crime 3 times. And I'm not understanding that's a California thing. That was a California thing, right?
No, what you're missing out is that the crime that they committed was a lesser crime because they committed a crime and they already had a strike against them. They got charged overly.
Yeah, with the strikes were crime. They were like charges though.
I get what you're saying, but I think that you got to go.
I know. I think it's important because the way you framing it is that they went to jail because of the crime bill. Like they were like just showing up in people's neighborhoods and like getting a car. Here go the crime bill. Like they were committing crime.
That's a straw man right there.
No, you not listen. The man you talking about, we're not victims, sir. That's the point. They cause harm in the community.
And you know what? People who cause harm in the community should go to jail. But I do think that hold on. Even if you do a crime or do a problem, you should still be treated as a human. Just because you commit a crime doesn't mean we should just throw you in jail.
Hold up. But okay, all right. So humanize the criminals. Got it.
Say it again.
I'm just trying to keep up what you're saying. You're saying we need to humanize criminals.
I'm saying that we should still treat criminals as they're still humans. Are they not still humans?
The contradiction is interesting because when you call them criminals, you literally dehumanizing them. But whatever you're saying, sir.
How does dehumanizing someone? You could be a criminal and change your life and not you could be a former criminal. Can you not? Can two things not exist at the same time?
Listen, I'm not about to give you no language to use because I'm fine with you calling them criminals.
Oh, okay. I'm just having the problem here. What is your gotcha? What do you think you haven't got?
It's not the gotcha. It's the irony that you're not getting. That's all.
I'm trying to understand your irony. So
you're too busy looking for a gotcha. You're not seeing the irony.
Okay, because they are labeled as criminal for committing a crime. That's dehumanizing them.
Like at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if they are criminals. You can call them niggas criminals. Who give a fuck? But Tara's right. They did commit a crime. That's how they ended up in with a strike in the first place. Regardless of how harsh or unjust or unfair the criminal justice system is in America, they committed the crime.
But now you're talking
about happened.
Now you're talking about your neck. Now you're talking about your neck. Because you're saying that men don't care about the prison industrial system. Then you're saying we don't care anyway about these men because they committed a crime. Regardless what type of crime
I didn't say that.
Their sentence is still warranted because they committed a crime. That's basically
I didn't say that.
Okay,
no, that's not basically what I said.
Right, well, I need a clarification, please.
I said it concise.
No, you didn't.
The first time. I did.
I'm asking for you to clarify.
Okay, you have a comprehension issue.
Well, maybe I do. So explain to me.
Okay, that's fine. I appreciate you for admitting it.
Yes, ma'am. I don't have a problem with that.
Your thing was Tara said, that these men did, like they committed a crime, and you were like, yeah, but they got harsher punishments like than what the crime was meant for. And Tara was like, well, they just committed a crime, like they did commit the crime, no. And you were like, yeah, but the punishment was
So
harsher than it needed to
can I
be.
just stop? Can I just ask you
Hold
one
on.
question? I just want to ask you one question. I'm gonna give it back to you. Are you not
Jesus
saying?
Christ.
I just want to make sure I'm clear because you're saying it right. You're saying yeah, they committed a crime. So what about their harsh sentences? That's exactly what you're saying, correct?
No, that's not what I'm
Jesus
saying.
Lord, can you please repeat what you just said? This is crazy.
If you shut the
Mm-mm,
fuck up and
no.
let her finish, you won't have to
All
ask her
right,
to
you know
repeat
what?
anything. To
All right,
be
The
you know what? You know
point
honest.
what?
was that they committed a crime. They're criminals. They committed a crime. That was the
So
point. And you were like, yeah, but the
here's my
punishment.
question: do they
Hold
deserve their
on. Hold
punishment?
on. This is the part that you keep fucking up on. Wait a minute. Breathe. Blow out the birthday candles while I explain this. The point is that they committed a crime. We are fully aware that the criminal justice system punishes Black people harsher, but they committed a crime. That's, and Tara's point was, you made it seem like they didn't commit a crime, like like police was just coming to pick up random Black man on the street and throwing them in prison for no reason.
Black men are still have one of the highest rates of getting cases overturned because of false allegations. I don't have a
Of
study on
course,
it.
they have the
Hold-
most prisoners per capita. That would make sense, sweetheart.
And
Yeah,
this
that's
the
pretty.
thing. Hold on 1 second, because this ain't gonna be your opportunity to suck convicts cock. This ain't you ain't gonna be the
What?
Damn.
convict
That's
cock
what you get
sucker.
from that?
Yeah, because I
That's
want you
crazy.
to mute because I want to say something. This the thing that's funny. Oftentimes when with those situations where their cases are overturned or where they say that they're innocent, that's because of the way the situation happened. Meaning like that particular case wasn't necessarily them. Maybe they wasn't the trigger man, but they have a history of committing crimes, regardless that they never got caught on. There's a lot of men who did a lot of
You know they got
grimy
history of
stuff.
committing
Hold
crimes. They
on.
never got
A
caught.
lot of men did a lot of grimy stuff, and then they get like it's like a mixed up about a certain situation that they're kind of involved with or they in proximity to, and that's what their claim to fame is. But when you listen to them do those interviews, like listen to a man who say that he innocent, he gonna give you a whole Rick Ross story about how he was that nigga back in the day. He gonna give you a whole Marcy's Project story like he was that nigga back in the day.
Mercy Project.
He gonna give you a whole Magnolia fucking Shardy story from back in the day. Nigga gonna be all kind of Compton Crips back in the day when he tell you about his innocent project story today. So I want that to be clear. The other thing is, what's funny to me is the ability to be able to recognize that the system is racist against Black men, whatever that mean, and that the criminal justice system is so hard, whatever that mean, but y'all won't stop doing stuff. See, the thing is, y'all be committing crimes all the time that y'all don't get no punishment for.
How do you know they're committing crimes if they're not getting punishments
Like the
for it?
abuse of the women that's in your life, the baby mama, your mamas, your girlfriends, your wives, like the way that y'all violate teenagers when you 30, 40 years old and you had babies with them, but nobody give a fuck about it because you that nigga from out the projects. Like all that stuff that y'all do that y'all never get caught for. Who give a fuck? If you know the system is fucked up, then y'all need to do something about the system before you get in the system, bitch. Stop selling stuff on the street. Stop being in the street. Stop trying to be that man and go get you a degree in politics. Go advocate, go to them town meetings. I done been to a lot of town meetings, a lot of city council, and I don't be seeing none of y'all in there. Not near one of you. Not none of the time. Ever do I see a bunch of Black men just doing their due diligence. Fuck like trying to make a whole big hoopla. I'm talking about being there, taking notes, trying to just be in the know, seeing what's going on with your kids' school district. Y'all not there. The only time y'all give a fuck is when you're on the end of it that's being punished. Because a lot of you niggas rather fight a case than fight for the community. You don't give a fuck about the community. You mind your business about the community. But when it comes to you fighting a case, now you want everybody to be in your business. No. Good riddance and good fucking luck, Charlie. I don't give a fuck about you.
I wanted to
Yeah, I don't
say,
know.
hold on
I
one
don't
second.
know.
I wanted to
Can I
add
just
in
respond to
to,
her?
hold on. No, it's okay. I wanted to add into about the three strikes thing, Tara. I looked it up. It was in 24 states, right? But I also looked it up. It had to be 3 felonies. So it wasn't like you committed a misdemeanor, like you went into Walmart and stole some shit, and then you jaywalked, and then you went into the store and stole a piece of bubble gum. You had the rest of your life. It was 3 felonies. So you had to commit
Yeah,
a
it was.
felony charge 3 different fucking times. And if you're saying that, okay, so they're getting more time than they're getting over sentenced. The first felony that they committed and they got 5 or 10 years too long, why would you get out of prison and commit a second felony? And then if you know that you are at risk to spend the rest of your life in prison, why the fuck would you commit a third felony?
Yeah, the fact that it's 3 strikes is insane because it's like, like after the second time, what are you doing? That's
So
the insane part.
okay, so I don't know. I'm not gonna pronounce her name right, Dorica. So are you saying that there's a
Who?
large portion of
Hold
innocent
on, who
of
you
black
addressing?
Dorica, Dorica? I don't know. I'm sorry. I do apologize.
Her name's Drika, but the way you came up with Dorica is insane.
Oh, I'm sorry, Drika.
You
Drika. I'm
got
sorry.
blend consonant vowels, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm Drika. I'm sorry. I'm the word name's Drika. Okay, so Miss Drika, are you saying that a large portion of black men are committing crimes and they're I'm confused on your argument because you were saying they're still out here committing crimes, but they're not getting caught for it. How do you know they're committing crimes? Is this an anecdotal thing that you have going on? Do you have actual data to back this up? What? Hello?
Yeah. Real quick though,
Because we in the
hold up,
community. We
What
go
does
ahead.
do you have any
hold up,
what do you have to back this up that innocent?
hold up. Yeah, you right, Quayana, about the new Jim Crow, right? But even in the new Jim Crow, like this is a problem where it's like the man becomes the main focus, which is the problem. That's where it comes to this fake allyship, where women are doing the labor for things that disproportionately impacts the black men. And we understood that we were not allies, we wouldn't be wasting our energy explaining to the men what their situation is. That's the problem.
Can I ask you, what do you think that men don't help black women with?
No, it's not just that y'all don't. Hold up. It's not that y'all just don't help. Y'all are the ones causing the harm.
Can you back it up with evidence and can you explain
I
further?
can. I
Okay, go ahead.
can. I won't though, but I can.
Tara.
This is wild. Okay, all right. So let me get this
It's
correct.
fine. Let it.
You
Yeah.
guys have these claims
Yeah.
against black men. You have someone on the
Yeah.
panel that made a bold statement
Can
against
I
black men. Are you guys just do you guys just
what was the
have hatred
statement?
towards
What was the bold statement against black men?
She literally said majority of black men are committing crimes, they're just not getting arrested for it.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
You gotta have you
did
gotta back this up with
hold
data.
on,
Can I say
Any
something?
evidence.
Hold up, Abby.
hold on. How old are you?
I'm 26, and by the way, I have a
You
college degree.
26.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have
that's
a college, and
good.
I'm
No,
black,
that's
and I'm
good.
black.
Okay. All right, good. I love that for you. Auntie love that.
I know you guys have
Um,
to hate that, but
but hold on. Um, do you remember when King Von unalive and a bunch of people went down a rabbit hole about the O Block beef and
no,
what was going on?
I don't pay attention to that stuff. Listen, I don't know
No,
Can
nothing
you don't
y'all
about
know
that.
who
tap the
King Von
screen?
I
is?
know who King Von is, but I don't.
Hold
I
up,
don't
real
pay
You
quick.
know
attention.
Can
who.
y'all? Hold up, real quick, y'all. Can y'all? I looked at it. Can y'all tap the screen? What's going on, y'all? Y'all gotta tap the screen, saying heart needs and stuff. Like engagement is important. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, let's get the live to 20K, please. Thank you. Even if you over here hate watching, you are hate
Like,
watching.
can
God
I
damn.
say something?
Hold on,
Hold up.
hold on. So you know
Adrian
who
down.
King Von is,
Yeah,
not?
he's a rapper. I know he is, but I didn't too much look into his death. That didn't matter to me. Just be honest.
Okay, so you know he got unalived.
Yeah.
By who?
Actually, a rapper from my city.
From your city. Okay. All
Hmm.
right, cool. Um, you know about like why his homeboy is now in prison right now?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know nothing about.
No.
No, no,
You don't know what happened to G
no.
Herbo? Ain't that his homeboy, G Herbo?
I thought G Herbo was the guy they was going against. From my understanding,
Okay, now you playing dumb.
I'm not
Anyway, it
playing
still
dumb.
happened regardless of you knowing about it or not. Everybody know about it. Everybody went down a rabbit hole of
Why are we using
tweets
celebrities like as
of
That's what I was
examples?
talking about too.
hold on.
We can't
Because we
use your
can't
mama. We don't know
Real
her.
life
yeah, we
examples.
can't talk about Lil Ray Ray down the street. What the fuck? We can only talk
Yeah,
about
We
like
have
celebrities
to
because
because
we all have a social understanding and we all it's a common
No,
knowledge of what
you have your
celebrities are.
so no
Okay, shut the
socially.
fuck up, loser. That's why we're talking about
I'm not
celebrities.
about to keep talking over y'all. I'm about to say this point real quick. We all know of a King Von in a neighborhood in a black community that's wreaking havoc in the motherfucking black community. It ain't lost upon us that niggas be out here committing crime and doing shit. Boosters, scammers, smug dealers, like, come on.
I okay.
Uh
I agree.
gang
I agree with
members,
you.
like they're out here, they're committing
Yes,
crime. That's
but
the
to
reason why the
say
black neighborhoods look the way that they do.
not
And
true.
hold on
The-
before you say it, hold on, pause, calm the fuck down, please. Before you say it, obviously it's not all black men who are committing crime. So relax. I don't think that you're King Von. Take a breath, young man. Good for you. You got your degree. It's a bunch of black men who have their degree. But there's also a bunch of black men who are unaliving each other. And we're aware of that. No, it's not lost upon us. A bunch of black men get away with unaliving each other too because they don't give a fuck about them unaliving each other. It's rampant. There's a spot in motherfucking everywhere. Like Drika said, there's Compton, there's Watson, California, there's motherfucking the Ninth Ward in New Orleans, there's motherfucking Baltimore. I don't know which part of Baltimore. What is it? East Baltimore, South Baltimore? Who knows? The Cherry Projects, whatever the fuck they call it. There's the Marcy Projects. There's a part of Brooklyn. There's a black neighborhood everywhere where this is fucking happening in every fucking state. God damn it, it's in goddamn Connecticut. Connecticut of all places. Niggas is unaliving each other in Connecticut and Hartford. Can you believe that? That don't even sound like a place a nigga should be
But see,
unaliving
that's
another nigga in.
but
listen,
here's
but
In
the
listen,
Hartford.
problem.
listen, but
Hold on,
listen.
here's the hold up. When it comes to the men and alive, that's your problem. That's my point. The problem is that the men are unaliving women, and that femicide amongst black women is at a critical level. Like it's like it should be considered a hate crime at this point. But because we live in a patriarchy, of course, that's not happening. So yeah, y'all can do what y'all want. That's y'all problem. Y'all need the fact that y'all harming women is it's kind of hard to be a woman and be like, damn, he shouldn't be in prison when y'all the ones unaliving, sexually assault, and abusing women. Like you the op. You can't be out and think we gonna have empathy for you at the same time.
No, but
Just don't
listen.
work like
I'm not.
that.
I'm not your op.
No,
My
let
mom.
me answer the
My
prompt. We listened to you a long time. It's my turn.
okay. I just want to respond, please. Can I just
Hold
respond?
up. You ain't saying nothing. Let her go. What's up, man?
Hey y'all. I just want to answer
Hey.
the prompt. It's true. We are not allies. Did y'all see that video that went viral from the black girl who posted that this is pretty much the same thing. She was saying that she felt more aligned with white women than she does black men. And in the comments, the men and the pick me's was eating her tail up for no reason. When it's true. I definitely have more uh white women friends that I can count on that can, hold me accountable in situations and I can relate to than black men, including the ones in my own family. They can't relate to nothing I say. They don't understand or know how to dismiss misogyny to put you first. You can look back through history, it's always been like that. Even when we was trying to fight with y'all against civil rights, there's plenty of video documentation about the women saying that they wouldn't let us fight. They wanted us to stay at home and make them snacks for when they got back. And when we went to the meetings, they wanted us to sit down, be quiet, walk 3 steps behind them and be quiet. Look it up. It's true. You've never been our allies.
Hey,
Never. You would
Jill.
like us to be, but could never. Y'all have to change first.
Okay, can I respond to you, Tier, first? I do think that
Who are you responding to?
Tier, that's the host, Tier.
No. You fucking everybody name up today. And it's simple
Tiara?
names. That's a crazy one.
Is it
Damn. Where did
Tiara?
I come from, sir? Try
Dyslexia
again.
too. It's hard.
Can you just tell me your name? Like,
No, don't. That ain't dyslexia.
Call me ma'am. I'm a ma'am.
No, I'm the host. Just refer to the host, sir. I'm
What?
not going to do all that.
But what is it? I wonder. Like, is that a?
No, these niggas stupid. Let them.
because I don't want to pronounce your name, I'm stupid.
Hold up. Go ahead. Go ahead. She asked me. I was talking to someone. Go ahead, sir.
So I was actually going to agree with you. I think men as a whole don't think it's a black man thing to have a problem with violence against women. I think that that's something that's growing inside the male community as a whole because of red pill and all the other factors. And it's just men are just need to take hold other men and take accountability about what's going on in that aspect. I don't think it's just a black man thing. I understand we were talking about the black space, but I don't think it's just a black man thing.
Hold up. When in the black community, it's a black man harming black women, sir. That's just facts.
And I'm agreeing with you, right? Did I disagree with you?
I'm giving clarity to the point you try to make.
Well, I'm telling you that what I'm saying to you, my argument
Does
is
that make you feel better that other men are harming women at the
no, that
same
doesn't make me
rate?
feel better.
Apparently.
I was
What I'm
just
saying
about to
is
say
that
the
you
same
can't just
thing.
make the
Because
argument
hold on, wait a
centered
minute. Because
around black
it
men.
is a way
That would
of
be
like
Because that's the
illogical.
topic.
That's
it is a way
That's the
of
illogical.
topic.
That
evaluating.
would be
Hold on,
very
y'all. Hold
illogical.
on.
Hold on. Let them respond real quick.
You just
Y'all
can't
say
make
y'all
it.
heard me, and we almost at 20K, y'all. Y'all get the 20K. Go ahead, sir.
You can't just make the argument around black men as a whole because that would be illogical. You have to make the argument around males because it's more of a general topic that women are being harmed at a
Okay,
alarming rate.
you repeating yourself. Where's your first time?
Okay, so what's your argument?
Hold on. Why should we give a fuck that white men do what they do?
Not
This
just
is a
white
panel.
men.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. This is a panel full of black women talking about black issues with black men in the black community. And you say, well, white men do it too. It's not just us.
Did I say that?
What? Yeah, you did say that.
That was my
Yeah,
argument.
you
That's
did
what you
say
got
that.
first.
You did say that.
That was a
You did. You did,
Jesus, Lord
nigga.
have
You did.
mercy.
Just admit it. Just admit it. Anyways,
No, I'm not gonna
that's the
admit that.
problem. That's
Hell
the problem is that y'all want to do everything that the white man do.
no, the
That's
problem
weird as
is I'm
fuck.
saying that we should fix the problem, not just as a
No,
whole. I'm
you
talking
were
about as the
trying to.
entire
You were
male
trying to all
community. I
men. You were
literally
trying to all
said,
men.
hold on, I literally clearly
Hold
stated.
on, bitch. Because I'm not about to keep. Oh, you're not about to keep interrupting me.
Hey, Breakfast.
You were trying to all men
How are you going to tell me
femicide.
my own argument like that?
Yeah. Anyways, you were trying to all men femicide, and we're talking
Never
about
that.
specifically black women and
Never
how
that.
black women are our number one unalivers when it comes to homicide, when it comes to the pregnancy rate. Black women, the number one cause of unalivement for black women that are pregnant or peri-pregnant,
And how does that
prenatal.
how does
You
that
guys
deal with
are
black
the
men?
number one people to unalive us. So yeah, we're going to talk about black men. We're not going to talk about any other race.
Okay, remember all I said was that it's a problem with the entire male population. That's all I said. I said
We
just
don't care. That's
you
the
don't have to
no, but you're
care.
trying. That's the
I'm
part. You're
glad
trying
you
to
don't care
minimize
about. I'm
it.
glad you don't
That's
care
Not
about
the
even
the
the
actual
topic.
part.
minimization.
I'm glad you
That's the
don't care about the actual
minimizing.
conversation.
That's the minimizing the part where it's like, well, you try to make it seem like it's not a big deal because all men are doing it, but we
I've
don't give a
never
fuck
said that.
about
I
what all
literally
men are.
apologize.
Okay, shut the fuck up. This nigga pissing me the fuck off. He's a
No,
punk
because
ass
you're
bitch.
lying. You're
I'm not lying. Anyways, you're trying to minimize the conversation by saying that all men do it. But we're black women talking to black men.
I'm literally giving credence to the conversation. Like, are you like? I'm trying to be fair to you, but you're not being fair to me. You're literally straw manning my argument, making it to what you want to make it to. Because
That's
you
not
have
what
this.
straw man means.
Yes, it
If
is.
you're
You're
going, if
taking
you're
a
gonna
weak.
pull
You're taking a
fallacies,
weak.
no. If you're gonna
You're
pull
taking a
fallacies,
weak. You're taking a
no.
weak
If you're gonna
stance on
pull
my argument,
Thank you,
fallacies,
and you're
then
trying.
Jacob.
no. If you're gonna
You're
pull
taking a weak
fallacies, know
stance
what
on
the
my
fuck your
argument.
fallacies are.
I'm literally telling you what the
Okay, if
fallacies
so,
are,
what
and
was the
you're talking
rationale
over.
of you saying that then? If it wasn't to minimize what black men have going on, why
Because
else would you bring up white men?
because it has nothing about white or black, whatever. It's about males and it's a male and female thing that I think that males should do better and be accountable when it comes to females as a whole. I don't get what's
So
the issue with
what is
that.
the rationale? You coming up to
Hold
a
up.
I
panel about
literally
black
just
women
made the
talking about
rationale.
Hold
I
up,
that's
hold
not
up,
a
hold
good
up,
one. It's not a good one. It don't make sense.
hold up.
It don't make
Cause
sense
I
that
don't
males.
hold up, sir. I zoned out for a second. Since you want to all men matter, whatever your point is, it's much higher for black men. Like
Yeah, we
dive
should fix
into that
that.
point. No,
We
yeah,
should
cause
fix
hold up,
that.
it's not just that men are doing it. It's that for black men it's so much higher. Like
Okay,
it's
we should
so
fix
much
that. That's something we
higher.
should work on.
So
I have no
amongst all
problems
the
saying that.
amongst all the group of men, all the races and nationalities, black men is the highest when it comes to harming black women, and we marginalizing. We feel that is pro black shit going, and y'all are harming black women at the highest, the most oppressed group who should be working together are
I
causing the
agree.
most harm. Hold up, sir. Cause you busy talking, and I need you to process. Not you, but y'all listening, cause that nigga dumb. We are a marginalized group. We're told that we in this together because we black. Black power this, black power that. Let's get the black community together. But the black men in our community who's supposed to be working hand in hand with us to dismantle racism is harming us more than other groups of men. Harming us more, at much higher rates than other groups of men. And these supposed to be our allies. They're not just harming, because he's saying, yeah, all the men are harming, but our men are harming the fuck out of us.
Yeah, that's wrong. We have to do better. Men have to get better with expressing emotions, and we have to do better in relationships. So we have to do better, like
Well,
especially
hold
black
on.
Okay,
men.
so
So to the point, if black men or since black men are harming us at a much higher rate, right? And you're saying we should do better on that. How can you address that if you don't focus on black men? There must be something specific to this situation that's causing y'all to harm us more. But you're like, no, we got to
hey,
talk about
Dark
men in general
Horse.
because it's too hot for you. You feel uncomfortable because we're talking about black men. You don't give
No,
a fuck about us, obviously.
no, that's not true. I'm saying that because I know that it's not a large portion of black men, right? That's harming black women.
It
It's a
is.
small
It's
portion.
most. It's most. It's
No,
most of the
but
men. What's wrong
if you
with
actually
Thank
y'all?
you,
We
read
done
the
said this
Adrian.
100
if you
times.
read the data, it's
Yeah.
a small portion of men harming a large
That's
harming.
not true. What data? That's not true.
Hold up. I made that point for a reason. Amongst all the group, thank you, Romy. Amongst all the groups of men, the men who should be working alongside the women in that group because of racial oppression, those men, the ones who claim that they all for the community and we in this together to stick it out, those men are the ones harming the women at the highest rate. That's a contradiction. So when you say is this a small group, listen, it's not about it being a small group, large group. The fact that compared to men who are not fighting against a system, the men who are fighting against the system are harming the women the most.
Okay, I think you misheard me. I'm not saying that.
No. Hold up. You minimizing what I'm saying, and I
No,
don't
I'm
like
not, man.
it.
I'm actually agreeing with you. I'm saying if you look
You
at it.
can't disagree. I ain't
Okay,
lying about
okay. So,
nothing.
can I ask you a question? Or the ladies on the panel, what percentage of black men are harming black women?
Too many. I got you. Too many. Too
Why
many.
does that, if you're not minimizing it, why does that matter?
Because
Exactly. That's
what I'm
what
trying,
I,
because this is going to get to my point. I am saying that because the large portion of black men are not holding the party, the small group of black men who are harming black women accountable. We have to do
That
better with
is
that. That's my
literally
point.
like that is literally minimizing. When we're
How
talking
that?
You
about
trying to
okay,
protect the
yeah,
image instead of
What I
protect the
was
women who have
thinking.
been
You
harmed.
literally just
They
said
don't give a
that
fuck about the
literally.
women who have been
Minimizing.
harmed.
I'm
Exactly.
literally
When
saying that
we're
the
talking
large
about,
portion
hold
of
on, wait a
black
minute.
men.
Hold on. When we're talking
Jesus.
about black men harming black women, you're most likely to harm us. You're most likely to unalive us, right? And then you say, well, most black men won't. That means that you are minimizing.
No, what I'm doing is I'm giving context and nuance to the data that she's presenting. What I'm trying to do is making an argument saying, hey, this is something we have to do better on as a community when it comes to black men. And the large portion of black men needs to hold the other portion of black men
So
accountable
that means,
because
so that,
I
hold on,
have
wait a minute.
friends, hold
So
on,
would you
I
say
have
that, so would
friends
you say that the
who,
large portion of black men that aren't harming black women need to talk to the minimal portion of black men that are harming women?
I not just talk to them, I think that we probably even need to start showing force as
To
well
the minimal?
to the guys who are doing the harm. Yes.
To,
Would you not agree?
so they are, so would you say that is, they're smaller, there's a smaller amount
We are the
of black?
minority. Are you saying that
There it
there's a
is.
But the thing
hold
is,
on, Is there a majority of black men harming black women? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. How many
What
times
are
I
you
okay,
tell
so
you
saying?
you know
that?
Answer
that,
my
Yeah.
question.
but
What
hold on,
percentage? Hold
Listen,
on. Answer my
Joel.
question. Answer my question. What percentage of black men
hold
are harming
on,
black women? Please, can you give
a
me that?
lot, a lot,
What
a
is the
lot,
percentage?
and I'm gonna
Out of
explain you.
100.
Okay, this is the thing. This is what I'm gonna explain. Um, they a lot of y'all when y'all having these conversations and debates, a lot of black men, I'm gonna stop saying y'all and I'm gonna say black men, a lot of black men when they having these debates, they like to frame the debates as if it's the same group of men doing everything. Like the same men who are unaliving each other are the same men who are abusive, are the same men who are smelling drugs, who are the same men who are abandoning their kids, who are the same men who are stealing and doing all the harm. No, babe, no. Yes, some might overlap, but for the most part, y'all doing a whole lot for a small group of people. Like, and it's not all the same men. Some men are abandoning their kids. Some men are being physically abusive. Some men are being financially abusive. Some of them are doing it all. Some of them are unaliving each other. Some men are unaliving. But like it's a lot of shit that y'all are doing for a small group of people. Understand that.
Can I ask you a question? How many black people total is in America?
You just
African
want to
Americans.
stop the conversation to ask about
No,
statistics that you don't know
I just,
nothing
We
about.
won't,
There's
that,
I
other
know
you
the
want to
answer.
add
What
you
all I
want to
want to
add
do.
nuance to the conversation by saying it's a small
No, because
percentage of
you
black
You don't
men
think
men.
when
nuance
you could be
matter?
charged when you could
You don't
be
think
charged
context
for
matter?
standing you could be charged for standing by and not doing something. So the ones that's
So,
sitting there not doing something can also
so
be held
context don't
complicit.
matter.
Y'all always, I'm giving context. Y'all always like to say that it's all a small percentage of men smashing all the women and making all of y'all baby mamas. That's a dang on lie. Y'all know that. The bar is in
Okay,
hell. Anything other than cheating on y'all and abuse is accepted in the misogynistic community. So it's a
I
bunch of
don't
stuff
accept
that I'm
that. I don't.
100% sure. That's 100% stuff. I'm 100% sure that you would not qualify as doing bad, but it considerably is.
Okay, can I?
And
Okay, all
not
I'm asking
allies don't
for.
mean that don't mean that they abusing you. It just mean we ain't friends. We don't get along. You don't support us. It don't
That's
mean
not
you
true. I get
abusing
along.
us.
I'm around a lot of educated
Hold
black
up,
women,
sir.
so
Hold up, sir. Y'all gotta keep tapping the screen though. What's up, though, Course?
Hey y'all, I'm gonna be quick about to eat. But I wanted to come up and say that the way that most men are maneuvering out of this conversation is whenever they think they found a stat, and it gets women to kind of question their day-to-day living experience. And we understand as women that every crime or abuse isn't even being reported. And out of the ones that are
Mm-hmm.
reported, it's a very small amount that's even being prosecuted. So you are throwing up the stats about the ones who actually made it to trial, had enough evidence, and were found guilty, not the men's actually perpetrating harm. You don't have a number for that. So we're going to use our experience. If the men that we run into are being harmful and they're scary and we having to watch our fucking back day in and day out, that's the fucking number. I'm not going by no stats of who's locked up to justify this anymore. I'm not playing these games with y'all. That shit's dangerous, and women need to be aware of all men. That's it. This period. But that's the nuance that they don't want you to talk about. They want to lean on the stat to say, how many black men are there in America? Well, only this amount is locked up. Yeah, at this moment in time, that's not who's been locked up ever for crimes of different sorts, been in and out, are going to be repeat offenders and going back in again at any given time. Give me a number of how many men living have done some time in prison. Not who's in there currently this year for 2026 or another number. I'm not playing these games. And that's not counting who did it. That's counting who got caught, who got prosecuted, and who got time for it. Not every woman who got hit. Not every woman who getting cussed out. Not every woman who getting scared when she going outside. That's not counting all those women. That's the woman's experience. And this is why y'all not the allies. Because we can't tell you what the experience is because you will dismiss it and minimize it. That's the point. I'm mute up though. Y'all, I'm gonna come back after I eat this blue crab.
Go ahead, fam, baby.
Oh, okay. So, sorry, y'all. I just want to know what his question was again because I was interested to hear what he had to say.
No, hold up. You don't have a point to add? Like
I do, but I wanted to respond to his question.
Hold up. Because if you come up and you just addressing him, you centering him. What do you want to say on the topic?
So I can't counter what he just said.
I didn't even say anything.
No, I'm talking about when you brought up the statistics of it.
Which
so you want to hold up. You wanted to come up. You wanted to
how many black people were in America or black men?
No, I just asked how many black.
No, hold up. No. Yeah. This is the thing. These niggas don't run shit around here. There are like multiple women addressing him. If y'all want to come up here and not address the point, and you want to sit here and just go back and forth with the nigga on the panel, do that somewhere else. We don't do that shit over here. Y'all can proceed with your conversation now.
Well, I thought I want to run it back a little bit because I couldn't speak on this. I think that it's always weird the way that men try to pretend or be blind, dumb, and stupid to what they're participating in into the community. Like they want to minimize all the things, and I know, Lynn, like you went through it, but like it's so much stuff that a lot of these men participate in is crazy. That's why I was making a point. The biggest thing is a sexual assault that the men get away with scot-free often. And I tell y'all all the time, the way that the numbers are in prison, like who's in prison for like selling candy, robberies, and unalivings, their true nature come out when they're in prison because they're the main ones who's committing sexual acts against staff and other inmates and visitors in prison. They didn't develop those characteristics just from being in prison, right? Even when we think about the way in which the boys that are being recruited by these GANGs that other men in the community do not check for, they mind a business about the amount of boys that are in danger, who they're preyed on by these men. They don't see that as predatory behavior. That's predatory behavior right there that the men are not clocked in on. You talking about what the YT man doing and what candy he dropped off in a box in the middle of the fucking hood, but you forgot about your fellow.
I never said anything about no white man.
Where am I talking to you? What you interrupting me for? Like I'm talking to you. You don't even know what's up or down. You swear to God, you don't know nothing. You don't even know who King Von is. Let you tell
I know who King Von is. I don't know
nothing.
nothing about his death. That has nothing to do with
Okay,
me.
all right. Anyway, they always want to push the blame somewhere else. And the other thing that was interesting, Tara, real quick, because he done threw me off that point. I also wanted to say this earlier. In bringing up, like, when that said person was bringing up, like, there's YT men too, like it's all men. That's the same thing that happened when we be having the conversations with the community. And again, I can't get past the similarities here. Like, I'm not gonna get past how they all say the same thing. I'm telling y'all, them niggas is in a grand circle jerk somewhere, plotting on how to get this man manual put out so everybody can be on the same fucking page. They all say the same thing. The baby mama story is the same. The how I went to prison story the same. The little girl lied on me story is the same. Every story is the fucking same. I was great at 8 by 15 year. Everything is the same, Tara. These niggas is masterminds. And it's time we know about it, because this is crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that you have like a hatred or disdain for men as a whole, and I don't know. I don't even know anything you
I think
say to
you're
say.
right, sir.
Anything you
You're right.
say, I gotta
You're
treat as
absolutely right.
violence towards men. I don't have that towards women, right? I love women, and I think that we all can do better. I just think that if you approach this conversation from a hatred standpoint,
Y'all
you're
don't
gonna.
love women. Y'all just say it. Y'all don't actually love
What is your
women.
evidence to prove that
Hold
I don't
up.
love
The
women?
evidence is that when I talked about black women being the most harmed, you try to minimize it.
I
That's
agree
my
with you.
evidence.
I literally agree with you. I literally say we need to do better. I literally agree with you. And conceded, didn't
Yeah,
even
and then
argue.
you try to minimize it.
I didn't even try to minimize it. I tried to give
Yeah, you
nuance to
did.
the
You try to do
topic
that multiple
where
times.
I
That's
said that we need to
harmful.
hold
That's
the
harmful.
men
That
accountable.
and then you try to
What?
minimize it so you can only hold a little bit of men accountable.
Because the numbers that I'm looking at only show that there's a small sector in our community that's causing a lot of trouble that's going unchecked.
No, that's not true.
Okay, then
We
what
already
is the
cleared.
percentage of
Hold on, we're not
black
going.
men?
No. That point was already made by
No,
Lynn
that
and
point was not
Darkhorse. We're
made.
not. Yeah,
That
they
point was never
did. We're not
made.
going. No. We're not going to cycle back. That's just the evidence. But y'all
What
say y'all love
evidence?
black women. Y'all
You have
don't
not
actually. Hold
presented
up.
anything. You're making
Hold on, real
statements.
quick. Y'all say y'all love black women, but your actions don't support it. That's just some shit y'all throw out there before you say something harmful. And Femme Beauty, you slow, because all you had to do was answer the prompt instead of crashing out in the comments.
That's what I told her. So you could have just answered the prompt, but she wanted to argue with the nigga. I just wanted to say one thing though. So y'all know I be doing the anti-racist lives, right? So what's so funny is that a lot of times white people will try to quote like the 1350, and I'm usually quick on my feet when it comes to that. And we were one thing is that y'all love to sit up here and say, well, oh, that's white men stuff, that's white people do this, that's, you know what I'm saying, like, do that. But while I was on this live, this white dude was basically saying that he was trying to validate his argument of 1350 by using the black woman's femicide rate, and also our unaliving rate for pregnancy and perinatal homicide. And I found that really interesting how white men are actually starting to pick up on the fact that black women are saying, like, genuinely trying to say, like, okay, y'all are the most harmful in our community, y'all harming us, this, that, and the third. And as I'm actively trying to do an anti-racism debate, there's a white man telling me, why are you advocating for black men when they're the most ones that are harming you? And this shit was pissing me the fuck off. I was able to pivot away from the conversation, but I just found that really interesting. If I ever go on that live again and I come across that dude, I'm gonna try to see if I could get him to say it again so I can send y'all the clip.
Well, then my argument will be
You
even
don't
here.
have to respond to every fucking thing I say, bruh. I wasn't even talking to you.
Well,
Like, I genuinely
I'm going to
was
defend
not
my
talking to
community
you. I
as a
wasn't
whole.
addressing you. I was talking to the black women in the live. It's not about you.
And I
I
want to
get
You're
respond
that.
to
not
that.
tired of being fucking censored? You're good. Shut the fuck up. Your
I'm not
time
trying
is
to be
over.
censored. I'm just I
Well,
just love the black
okay, sir.
woman.
I want to respond to that as a black woman. It's funny that you say that because I also have heard the opposite of them being like very negative about us, like regurgitating. And I'm talking about East in the area I work in. Believe? Can you fucking believe it that they would say that? But they'll say like the reason why I'm talking about the ones that's in the predicament too. Well, I have overheard them saying that it's because of female rappers and women not picking the right baby daddies. That's why they end up in prison. Can you fucking imagine? But that's the shit that the black men say.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you. I believe it could go both ways, is my point. I believe that it'd be a way for them to shame us and scold us because they know the secrets of what the men talking about, but it's also a way to prove like, and by the way, I'm not the one harming you. It's your own people. I can see that happening.
Yeah, I was genuinely when I'm quick on my feet. I got all my shit ready. I got my numbers ready. I'm ready to go. But when he said that, I was kind of I was bitch, I was gagged. I was like I couldn't really even say anything. He was like, "Well, we're trying to if you think about it, I'm trying to help you because you're more likely." And I was like, and I just had to hit him with the proximity. I was like, well, proximity, but that cracker was, well, I can't say that, but that white dude was telling the truth. Like, he was like, you as a black woman are advocating for, for black men, but at the same time, you're more likely to be harmed by your uncle, your brother, your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend, the nigga that lived right around the corner from you. Right, simple. I was gagged because it was true.
Gagged by a white man is insane. But I
Jesus.
get it. Go ahead, animal.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
You want to comment on the prompt?
Black men and women are not allies. I disagree. I believe that we
Your
are allies.
background kind of loud.
Hold on, this is my son. He's playing with his tablet. I'm sorry. Well, no, I definitely agree. I mean, I disagree that we are not allies. I think we are allies.
All right, tell us how.
Say again?
Tell us how.
I mean, that's okay. In the beginning of time, we've all had each other, men and women, black women, black women. We had each other. We had family for a long time until like 1974 when they implemented certain things, and then our families started.
What happened in 1974?
Women incentives, Section 8, and food stamps, and all this stuff happening. Basically, it was incentives to say, "Leave your man, we'll take care of you." So I'm not saying.
But did you know that black women
Listen. I'm
black
not
women
saying all women.
actually hold on. The law that you're talking about was
No, it's
only
not a
in
law. It's not a
hold
law.
on. It was that a man couldn't be in the house with you if you had welfare. It was only in a couple states. I think about no more
No,
than
I'm
5.
looking at it
Hold
right
on.
now. I'm looking at it. It wasn't a law.
It was no more than 5, and a black woman went to the Supreme Court to overturn it in those 5 states. So y'all got to stop with the whole welfare incentive Section 8 thing because it did not fucking happen.
Well,
It didn't happen.
it sound like they advocates for homosexuals because only a homosexual be sit up here complaining about being put out somebody else's house, and the fact that you could be replaced by food stamps and welfare, which is minimum, which is like less than minimum wage, and the benefits that you get. Then yeah, you advocate
That's
for
not what I'm saying.
homosexuals.
Not what I'm saying. Y'all got everything I said wrong. It's not what
All
I'm
right, go
saying.
ahead. Finish what you saying.
Because back then men made more than women. We was the ones taking care of everything, right? So we had
So
it
hold
all.
up. If y'all made more money, how somebody put
We
you
know
out
that's
your
fact.
house?
That's a fact.
No, hold
We
up.
did.
Hold up.
Because
I have a question. If y'all made more money and y'all had y'all shit together, how was somebody able to put you out your house?
Because listen, we don't back in the day, right? There was men that was working.
Yeah, women couldn't own property.
Let me finish.
How did the
No,
women
that's
put y'all
not
out your
true.
house?
It's not true. No one put us
How
out
did
our
the
house.
women? How did the women put you out your own house?
No one put us out of our own house. No one said that. No one said that. I never
Okay.
said no one put us out of our homes.
Okay.
No one said that, right? So now you got two things happening at the same time. Well, what I just talked about, right, with the Section 8 thing, and then they got
Yeah. Hold up. So Section 8.
then
Section
they got
8.
the
So the
three. Then they
women.
got the three
So the
strike.
women who
Hold on.
hold up. The
Let
Section
me
8
give you
meant that the
some
government.
history,
The
shorty.
government had hold up. The government had to give women houses. Why did the government? Why did the government have to come in and give women houses? Like, if y'all had y'all shit together and y'all was taking care of the family and the nuclear family is the shit, why the government had to give the women houses? And why y'all mad because y'all couldn't stay in them government sponsored homes? Like, and when it comes to food stamps, like, how much food was y'all eating that the woman was like, shit, I'd rather you leave the food stamps that they had to pay for. Like, how much would you really bring into that woman home where she was like, damn, I gotta go to the government and get help? What was y'all really doing? Because something not adding up. You can't be this man who's making all this money, taking care of the family, making sure everything was okay. And she was like, shit, I'm about to get rid of his ass for this $130. Something ain't adding up about that, sir. Y'all say it all the time like that shit makes sense, and it don't make sense because nobody can put you out of your own house. That's the thing. Y'all bunch of homosexuals, man, because you got put out of a woman house. Like, y'all could have got married. Y'all niggas didn't even want to get married because homosexuals don't like the fact that they don't have the power advantage in that situation, so they got to make sure they got backup. So yeah, like it just not making sense, sir. So
I don't think
then
that's
he ran.
his
Hold up,
argument
hold
is that
up,
there
hold
was
up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I wasn't talking to you, nigga. I wasn't talking to you. He ran. So it's fine that he ran. I'm still gonna finish my point.
okay.
None of that makes sense. So you want to advocate for homosexuals too?
Nah, but I'm just trying to
All right,
give
then
clarity.
mute up. Then mute up. Then
I
mute up.
got you.
Push the mute button and shut the fuck up. Then, cause that don't make sense. Yeah, the married couples did qualify together, but the niggas didn't want to get married. They was homosexual. They mad because they couldn't stay in that woman's house. That shit don't make no sense. Sound like some bum shit to me.
And
But
he
that's it. I just wanted to
literally
make that point.
he literally glossed over eons of history negative against women. Like we didn't, like we was all just kumbaya, some Care Bears shit, all the way up into the 70s. We didn't even get the right to get a credit card into the 80s. We have always been under the thumb of males, women as a whole, especially us. Especially us. We didn't
What
have no
they
rights. Abrahamic religions crushed all the rights of women. Our human history started off matriarchal back when there were other races, I mean not other races, other species of humans other than homo sapien. We have been matriarchal, and then once y'all realize that y'all by breeding dogs and other animals, once y'all realize how it worked, now all of a sudden y'all gotta start oppressing us so y'all can have some type of wound envy and feel like y'all got something. Years and eons of that. And he like, oh, we was kumbaya Care Bears until the 70s when food stamps. Like, and I'm supposed to listen to your misinformation history lesson? I'm glad you dropped.
A
what
lot of
they
those
don't
dudes
want
was
to
abandoning
admit.
their families too.
Can I ask a
They were supposed
question?
to
What
go up. They were supposed to go. Hold up, East wanted to say something. Hold on. They were supposed to go up the road and get a job, and then bring the money back. Them niggas went up the road and ain't never come back. But go ahead, East.
I was gonna say what they don't like to admit is that black women were trapped with them. That's really what it is. They were trapped. They were
what's
being
your
held
evidence?
fucking. They were being held hostage.
What's your evidence for this claim?
The evidence is the evidence. What was your question?
So, to the lady up there who was saying there was a matriarchal system back then, can you name one for me, please?
No one can name it. Go do
No,
some research. That's not
no,
how science works.
nobody,
We don't, they didn't have a
nobody's
written
doing
history back
labor.
then. They use
No, we
context
not doing the
clues from the
labor.
fossil
No,
Hold
record.
on,
no, no. This
we
Oh
not
yeah, I
doing
forgot.
motherfucker
I ain't
did
labor.
supposed to be
nothing but
teaching you
ask
a damn thing.
questions
Look up
the
history.
whole
I
time.
know. I actually know actually the matriarchal system. It actually was in Egypt actually.
Okay, then use that one as an explanation and
Oh
shut the
yeah, you
fuck
want to
So
know
up.
what
why
happened
is
to that?
dude trying to call me out when you know the information? Just say it. Go up here playing with people. For
I'm not
what? If you
playing.
No, he
know
I
it,
trying
just
to
say
want.
get
the
you to defend
information. How
I
about
yourself.
just want
He trying
name
to
you.
put you on the
one?
I just
defense.
want you to answer what you think happened to that
No, he wants you
matriarchal
to. He
story.
want to put you in the defense so he can win an argument. That's why never
I'm not
defend
Oh,
trying to
yourself.
win an argument with
Basically,
her. I'm just trying to get an understanding of her point of saying. I was trying to get Would she get this
You're
idea
not
that
trying to get understanding. You don't give
I'm
a
trying to
fuck
get an
about her
idea? Would
point.
she get this? There was always a matriarchal structure. There was never a matriarchal structure, and if there were one,
Okay, so I
men.
But
want you
you
to go
just
and grab
said,
a
but
book.
you
I
just
want you
said
to
there
read
was a
Who
Hold on.
Cooked
Can
matriarchal
I
the
just
Last
structure.
finish?
Supper from beginning to end. I want you to read Who Cooked the Last Supper. It's a detailed history of the female from the beginning of time all the way up until now, and it'll tell you all the information you need to know.
But
I
that
read
doesn't
it.
mean
I
we had a.
consumed the information. I can't quote it for you back to back.
That don't mean we had a matriarchal structure. That means women had a strong role inside
We
society, which I
literally
think.
worshipped the female. We worshipped the body of the female
Who?
because we created life. Read
Who?
Who Cooked the Last Supper. Read the book. It's
Can you
about a history of
can
women
you
from the
just tell
beginning
me
of time
what?
to now.
Can you just tell me
Huh?
what?
Tell you what. What is it that you need to know from me
I only know
specifically?
one. I only know one period of time where this happens, and that's in Egypt.
Oh,
And what
I was
happened?
muted. That's why you couldn't hear me. Hold
That's
up. You
because
can
in
hold up, ma'am. You can say women. We don't want to participate in men dehumanizing women down to female. So you can say women.
oh yes, ma'am, I sure will, because you're
I can't
100%
use.
correct
I
on
can't
that.
use biological terms to what?
No, because female is connotated for all species that can reproduce. We are not under the umbrella of all species. We're actually specifically human females, so we're women.
So you saying that women is a socially all right? Whatever.
Thank you for
Don't
Maybe
change
class,
so.
the topic.
baby.
You're talking about a specific time in Egypt that has been documented. I'm talking about before that, before there's evidence of
So
documented, written down
so you
history.
can't make
They
this
go by the
claim.
fossil records.
You can't make this claim that we always had a
It's
matriarchal
not a
structure.
claim. It's literally in a scholarly book. I gave you the book. Go order it
And
on
I
Amazon for
you
$12 and stop asking me.
no,
Thank
you
you.
make the claim. You provided
Hey,
the claim. You have
gentle.
to supply the evidence. That's
I
how.
just
That's how it
did.
goes.
Read the
No,
book.
hold
No, you're
on, hold
not. You're not
on,
saying
hold
nothing
on, hold
substantial.
on. Shut the
But
fuck
if
up.
you agree
She
with
don't
me and you about
know.
to say something about Egypt, what are you arguing
Mama,
me for?
you ain't gotta provide shit. This nigga ain't provide not one lick of fucking source
Never made a
evidence at
claim.
all.
Never made a
So
claim.
therefore,
Never made a claim. Never made a
we don't
claim.
gotta
By the
listen
way,
to this shit. Yeah,
never
because
made a claim. By the way,
all you've done is ask questions.
rebuttal. Yeah, that's duh. Because you're making a claim. This is your stance. I'm here to critique your stance. Why would I provide you with
Oh,
that?
Go no and say what you got
wait
to
a
say
minute.
about Egypt.
Like what? This is how a debate works. I'm not
Hold
gonna
on, wait a
just.
minute. You're here to critique our stance, right? Is that what you just said?
You believe that all men
That's what
are
you're
is
no,
harming? Yes, you
that's
believe
what you
all
said. You're
men.
here to
Thank you,
critique our
class,
stance,
baby.
Yes, you
right?
believe all men is harming.
Yeah,
All
okay.
black men
Thank
are
you for
harming
saying
all
that.
black
Please shut
women.
the fuck up. Ladies,
What did you
these
prove?
motherfuckers will come here pretending like they're here to learn, pretending like they agree. But we
What
here
did
in
you
real time,
prove?
please shut the fuck up, bro. The whole time, that's a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's a wolf in sheep's clothing. When this motherfucker talks, so I agree with everything you said, da, 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 and then
I
turn around
agree
and
with
minimize
certain
it,
parts you
please,
said, but I don't agree with your entire.
and then turn around and minimize everything we say, and then finally fucking admit, like, I'm here to critique your stance. This nigga's
Your
a wolf
argument is
in
black men
sheep's
hate black
clothing.
women. That's your entire argument. Black men hate black women. You have not
No,
yet
it's
proved
not. When
that at
did I
all.
say that? When did I say
Oh,
that? When did
okay.
I
Back to
say
you up
that?
top.
No, when did
So
I
back to
say
you
it?
up
When did
top.
I
So
say it?
yes,
When did I say
Egypt
that? When?
was a
When?
matriarchal
No,
society. That
answer me. When did I say that? Okay.
even in the people in the chat is saying that you said that. So I don't know why you act like you didn't say that. You literally
You
have been
keep
making an argument.
saying,
You
hold
literally
on,
making
you
an
keep
argument
saying,
all night.
hold up, sir. You keep saying Egypt was a matriarchal society, isn't that
It was
saying? Hold up,
Cleopatra
no,
was.
it wasn't called Egypt, sir. That's not my whole point.
It was
It's
called Egypt.
insane.
Jesus Lord.
No,
All
no,
right.
that's not
Okay.
true.
It's not true. Gotcha. So she is making an argument all night that black men hate black women, yet
Yeah,
providing
he don't
any
know that
evidence.
though, Ty. He's stupid.
I'm stupid. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Cleopatra was in the.
it was Kemet. It wasn't Egypt,
So we
y'all.
look up
That's
online.
a
I fact check that right now.
so.
Would you? Are you willing to pay
Yeah,
me? Are you willing to pay me for me being correct? Or are you
sir, you
just?
stupid. No,
I'm
you
stupid.
stupid.
that
Yeah.
because Egypt.
They telling you in the comments, you stupid. It wasn't Egypt.
Oh, Jesus Lord.
But why are you bringing it
Can
up anyway?
can
What's the point? We're moving
hold
on.
All
up.
right. I
No,
don't want to even get into an actual
hold
issue
up.
in that
Kemet
regard.
was colonized and they called it Egypt. And the fact that he like standing so hard behind it, he don't know what he's talking about. This nigga dumb.
Yes, and
I'm
Egypt
dumb.
as a country was never entirely matriarchal. I don't know what you're talking about.
So they didn't have a queen that ruled the entire
That
country.
oh, so you
That
think
was
if you
still.
have a
Having a
queen that
Hold on, hold
makes
on.
you a
queen
Let me
does
ask you a
not
matriarchal
make
question.
society? You don't
Does
it's
even
a
a
know what
queen?
it
make
Does a
means. I'm
queen? Does
finished
a
Hey
talking to you.
Marquina.
You
so,
need as a queen to be a matriarchal society. So is Europe a matriarchal society when the queen was alive? You make no sense.
hold on.
Just because you have a queen as a
Hold on.
figurehead does not make
Is
it a matriarchal
hold on.
society.
Can I ask you a
Westworld, he
question?
wasn't right.
So is do you know the UK government system? Is it just a monarchy or is it?
Are we not? Are we doing fun facts now? None of that's a matriarchal. Like you
Huh?
didn't eat,
I don't
sir.
know what you're
Just
talking
move on.
about.
You're
You
not
don't
talking
have
about.
any
Yeah, just
idea
go.
what
I don't know what I'm
matriarchy is.
talking about. She
No,
literally
you
Yes, you
said that
don't.
think that if
Egypt.
a queen
Thank you,
is the
It was
Marquina.
literally
figurehead,
a
then that makes the
soul.
society a
I
matriarchal
didn't say that.
society.
That's a straw man. I never said that. I said they had a
Oh,
queen
y'all do.
as
Somebody
direct
they
leadership. Hold
learned
on.
2 or 3 terms from debate
I'm
topics
not.
from other debate
I'm
people
not
on TikTok. You must be
lying. You
listening to
don't.
Dean
Hold on. Come
Withers.
out. Come out.
Everybody talking
You
about
don't
some straw
understand.
man
You
this and straw man that. Y'all don't even know. Did you go to
that is a
debate school?
straw
Did you take
man. Just
debate
because I
class
said they had
in
a
school?
queen,
Do you have
you
a
deduce.
degree?
You deduce
No.
that as me saying that you need a queen to have a matriarchal society. That is a straw man.
So
That's it
why
within
does
itself.
it? Why
Within
does
itself is a
it
straw
make?
man.
Okay,
Within
so you
itself.
all right? Go and finish your misinformation topic. Come on, tell us, teach us, Mr. Man,
So
teach
let me get
us
this
what
correct.
made
Hold on, can I
Egypt
just ask you okay?
that was
Can I
already conquered and
ask
changed
you a
to
question?
Egypt from something else.
What
No, don't
what
ask me no
governmental
question because I'm
system?
not going to answer it. I want you to
Of
tell
course
me
you're not gonna
how
answer it. Of
Egypt
course you
is
guys
a
have asked me
matriarchal
no questions. You
society.
guys have
You
provided
ain't
no
answer
data for
mine. I'm
anything
still
you
trying to
stated.
figure out what
You have
makes it a
provided
matriarchal
nothing.
society. All you said was Cleopatra, one queen, and
She
now it's a
was the
matriarchal society.
she literally had answer to nobody until she got killed by the Romans. You don't know that. You don't know that about Cleopatra.
Does not make okay. So if the
Oh my
queen,
God,
listen,
I'm
listen,
done.
listen. If the
I'm done.
queen is ruling the society that is built upon patriarchy, and it's just her time
What is the
because of
definition of
loopholes and
patriarchy?
stupid stuff that
What is
happened
the definition
to
of
lead up
patriarchy?
for her to be the queen. Because
What's the
guess what?
definition of
If
patriarchy? What's the definition of patriarchy?
okay, yeah, whatever.
Okay, thank you.
That's what I'm
Yeah, no,
saying.
I
What's the
ain't
Hold
never
definition of
up.
sit here and
patriarchy?
just interrupt you with a repeating a
Because
question over and over
you
again
don't
for you
know.
to
Hold
define
up.
a random word. You think.
Hold up. That's not the argument though. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem with getting caught up in this loop of defending yourself. That these niggas just take you wherever they want. We talking about the definition of patriarchy, and you haven't given us one
Because we're
solid piece of
arguing over
evidence
semantics.
about.
That's what
He
you're
don't
Hold
doing.
even know
up.
what the patriarchy
I'm
is.
talking. I was talking. You haven't given one solid example about how we have allyship amongst ourselves. We just run it everywhere else. That's the whole point. You've been up here running your mouth for a long time, and you can't name one way that we're actually allies, which is the whole point. You want to argue with us, you want to argue us down, criticize us, because that's what y'all do. Because I don't give a fuck about black
They
women. You don't care about being in community with black women. You don't love black women. Y'all see us as the ops, and it's important that black women understand that y'all see us as ops, and that we don't have an allyship with each other. And that any labor we do to help y'all will not be reciprocated. Like it's all about you. And when it comes to black men and liberation, your idea of liberation is a black patriarchy. You don't give a shit about women. That's what happened in Rosewood when them black women who was over there with them men. They still was in low level positions. They still had to dress a certain way. They were still great. They still was dealing with sexual assault. They still was being unalive, but for the protection of the race, you're not supposed to say nothing to that man harming you. They like y'all just want a black patriarchy. Y'all don't give a fuck about what black women are going through. Y'all not our allies. They support that. Yeah, they been trying to do that the whole time.
Yeah, he ain't gonna say nothing. He gonna
So
try to pull stupid
Westworld,
stuff for
instead of
other stuff.
criticizing like you HR, you could have came up here, helped your brethren out. Um,
So if Kamala would have won, that mean that we would have been in a matriarchy. That's so silly.
No, yeah, he's stupid. They don't actually know what matriarchy is. They don't understand egalitarian society. Women can rule within a patriarchal system. At the same time, that ain't the motherfucking topic. That ain't the fucking
I
topic.
actually know that. I actually know the definition of matriarchy.
No, that's not the fucking topic.
But
These the examples of how we allies.
I'm doing it now.
That's the topic.
I'm doing it now.
Hold on, it's not a vocabulary assessment. And then I send out vocabulary words for y'all come up and define words. It's not a test. You're not getting a score on it. So if you want to say something, address the topic, sir.
I'm trying to.
Thank
Can
you,
you stop
Sabella.
muting me, please? Can you stop muting me, please, so I can address the topic? I think
I'm
black
asking for
women.
example. No, I'm being real
I'm
specific.
doing it now. I'm
Yeah.
giving you very.
Okay,
specific.
what are you doing? Hold up. Before you do it, what are you doing?
What do you mean? What I'm doing? Giving you examples. You keep
Okay.
interrupting me.
All right. Just make sure you focus. Go ahead.
I appreciate it. I think that black women and black men are allies in ways of shared history. I think there's actually genuine love between black men and black women. On here, you might not believe it because there's a deep hatred for men on here. That
Shared history isn't the allyship. I don't know what you're talking about. And when it comes to the
so
love
black
or
women and
whatever,
black men
hold
in
up.
America
No,
don't
no,
have
no.
shared
Hold up. The love
You
you're
don't?
referring to is black women being mules for black men and doing labor. Like that's not true love, sir.
How do you
When you
know
talk to
that?
black, hold up,
How do you know that? How do you?
when you talk to black men, they describe black women. The thing they like about black women is always attached to labor.
Well,
That's like you.
ask me to describe a black woman that I love. Let's see how this goes.
No, nigga, you can't come up with an example.
I'm just giving examples. And you cut them on.
No, you didn't actually give an example. No,
I didn't give an example
you went
that
on.
was
No,
suffice
I
to
didn't
you.
cut you off. You went on teacup. You went silent, sir.
Okay, here's my examples here. Then I think that we complement each other in a lot of ways. I think that black women balance black men. I think black women nurturing. They're very sophisticated. They're very
Labor,
being smart, sophisticated.
labor.
Jesus Lord, like, what do you want? Like, I'm actually.
You said it's not labor, and then you listed labor.
So being so. Let me get this right.
Nurturing a grown man is labor, sir.
Nurturing, period. You don't think
Using your intelligence to boost him up is labor, sir.
I never said that you have to use your intelligence to boost him. You can use your
Sir, you're
intelligence to boost
talking
your.
about labor. You try to debunk, and then you listed.
I'm not
labor,
debunking.
sir.
I'm just trying to get where you going at because you're not making.
So
any
you was
sense
trying to
right
debunk my point. You said it's not just labor. I'm waiting for you to give the example. It's not just labor.
now. Yeah, I think that an educated black woman can come in and give an importance to a black man, as I think that
Yeah,
a black
that's
man is
labor.
important.
That's
And I
labor.
think a
That's
black man should.
intellectual property.
You
That's
don't think that?
labor,
You don't
sir.
think
That's
that?
the
Sir, that's
definition of labor.
labor.
Can you explain how that's
I
labor?
wanted
So
to
this
ask him
woman
a
go.
question.
Can
So
you
this
explain
woman,
how that's
hold
labor?
up, hold up. This woman go get her degree. She do all the she write all the papers. She take all the tests. She got there and do all the things. She come home and he like use that information to help elevate me. And you trying to say that's not
So
labor?
if
That's
we reverse that
insane.
around, what is that?
Hold up, what you say, East?
If we reverse that around, what is
I
that?
wanted to ask
Jesus
a
Lord.
question to this nigga. Specifically, like very specifically, you missed the vocabulary. You fucking Count Dracula up here. Can you name a time where black men have collectively come together to ally for an issue that directly and specifically affected black women?
If I say this one, I know you're gonna be mad, so I'm just gonna say none, because there's none.
Just answer the fucking question. Jesus.
I think that we came together during the civil rights movement. I think that's the biggest one. I think that's the most
Okay.
important one.
Are you talking about? Hold on, are we going to talk about we're doing the Black Panthers that time?
I'm talking about the Montgomery the Montgomery walk with Martin Luther King. I'm talking about the walk to the Capitol. I think that black men and
In
black
case
women.
y'all don't realize this, because the Freedom Riders actually wanted King to help them, he was like, "Oh fuck no, I ain't doing it." Dr. King was really big on his image. So he's talking about going down to Montgomery and dealing with fucking brutality, so this shit can be on TV or whatever. And then the man leading it gave a fuck about his image. I just think that's interesting.
So
Because
let me get this
Also,
right.
I
hold
wanted to
up.
So
hold on,
black
hold
women and
on,
black
hold
men they come
on,
together
hold
during the civil
on,
rights
hold
movement.
on, hold
This
on.
is crazy.
I asked you an
Jesus
issue
Lord.
that specifically affected black men.
You don't
I
think the
mean black
civil rights
women.
movement? You don't.
No,
Oh
that
my
was for
God.
your own. That was for your own benefit, right?
So black women did not benefit from the civil rights movement.
Something that specifically affects black women. Specifically.
You don't think the civil rights movement specifically affects
Something
black
that
women?
specifically, not all black
But the
people,
but the thing
specifically
about
affects
yeah,
black
Yo,
but
women.
I cannot do this. This is crazy.
You
The
can't
no,
do it
black
even
now
when it
that you're about
woman
to
comes,
lose and you
up
don't have an
here,
hold
answer.
up,
Now
hold
you
up,
can't
hold
do
up.
it.
you're
But
going
even
against
when
the
it
civil
comes,
rights
hold
movement.
up,
That's
hold up, real
crazy.
quick. Even when it comes down to civil rights movement, right? Again, you gotta look at who start a lot of this shit. Like the women be working together collectively, and then men come in, put their dick on the table, and say they the leader, and they just take credit for every fucking thing. That's insane. That's insane. That's why when y'all look at businesses, when it comes to the reception, when it comes to project manager, the person makes sure everything runs smoothly, connecting everybody, it's if women are put in those positions. That's like the backbone of how stuff operates.
Yep,
And then
I
y'all come
agree.
in, yeah, you have a nigga come in, so I'm the leader, and y'all just, oh, we working together. No, there's a lot of black men who didn't want shit to do with those things, so they couldn't get the credit for it.
Look at the WIC program. Now, yeah, so I was asking for something that specifically affected black women, not black people, not the black community, an issue that specifically, and there's so many. There's a fucking multitude, a plethora, if you will. Can you name a time where black men have collectively come together to advocate for an issue that specifically affects black women?
I think black men came together for Breonna Taylor. They did a lot of black men marching, came
No,
out.
no, no.
What? Anything that's dealing with black men supporting, y'all just shoot it down. Shot
Absolutely
down the civil rights
not.
movement.
Not,
Y'all hate the civil rights movement.
no. Hold up,
So
hold
now you
up.
hate Breonna Taylor
No,
too.
hold
So
up.
we're just
No, 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 no. Because black men made it clear when it comes to being harassed by the police and like police brutality, y'all throw it in our face all the time that y'all are more marginalized and harmed because y'all face that. So that's a black man's issue. Yeah, is it impacting black women? Absolutely. But when we talk
so
about things
black men
that
didn't help out with Breonna Taylor at all. That was
hold on,
not
hold on.
supporting a black woman.
You're missing the point.
What's the point?
Police brutality would be a black man's issue.
So a black woman gets killed by the police.
Sir, you talking so much because you think you got it, you don't. Whereas femicide would be a black woman's issue. The high mortality rates of women needing to give birth and like with the medical care they need, that would be a black woman's issue. When it comes to interpartner violence, that would be a black woman's issue. Reproductive rights, black women issue. Like, that's the thing. Y'all not coming together for black women issues. If we come together as a group, it has to be things that proportionally impact black men more for y'all to be involved. That's the thing. When we look at the Black Lives Matter movement, a lot of it was centering around what impacts black men. And women were the ones spearheading it. That's just how it's been working.
Okay, just to clarify your point, you said that the civil rights movement only impacted black men more.
This
That's what you're
nigga's
saying, right?
slow. This
Yeah, I
this
told you
nigga's
so.
I'm
slow.
slow. See, this is what she's
Yeah.
saying.
This
I'm just
nigga's
trying to understand.
slow.
Well, you know what? I
The
am
issue
slow.
is
No, you are slow
Yeah,
because
you're
you
right.
can't.
I'm very slow. Thank you.
You're having
I
a hard
do.
time
I do. And
comprehending.
that's why I needed you to explain to me very
We're
slow.
very specific, and then you come
Yes,
and then
I
you create an
know. I do
argument
apologize.
that's never said.
Okay, you're right. So just to clarify again.
We
So
said, just to clarify, no, let me
okay.
clarify. You're
Go ahead.
fucking stupid.
I am. So am. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
You're welcome. Thank you. Glad I clarified.
Yes,
Hold
ma'am.
on, go
So
ahead. Hold
once
up, sir.
again,
Hold up,
civil
Can
hold
rights.
up.
somebody else talk?
No,
Can
not.
somebody else
Yeah, I'm
talk,
about to hold
please?
up, y'all. I'm about to let Westworld go. What's up, Westworld? Oh damn, he gone. He left you alone. That's crazy.
Because he talking, this dude talking too much. Don't give nobody else a chance. Ain't landing not one plane. I gave us no statistics, no fact, no
Never made
information.
a
Just
claim at
What?
all.
slapping
You
your
No, we
guys
guns
don't
in the
want
all the
wind.
him.
claim. You guys
No, we
made all
don't
the
need him
claims
to
that
do
back
none of
nothing
that.
up. You guys have back nothing
The,
up so far. This is insane. I didn't know the civil rights movement only benefited black men though.
I'm just waiting
Learn
for
something new
Westworld
every
to
day.
bed.
Learn something new.
Hold on, mute up, sir. Stop talking. What's up? Your connection working now?
Because, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So the issue, I think, is
You
there is an
breaking
ally.
up.
So there is an allyship, but it's just disproportionate. Because anything that helps black
Can y'all
women
hear him?
helps everybody.
Breaking up.
So I can.
Allyship is disproportionate.
Right.
Yeah,
But there's
that's
out.
not how allyship supposed to work, though. It's not to be disproportionate. But go ahead.
Right. Yeah, we can debate the fairness, but it's this.
Yeah, your connection fucked up.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
I can hear you right now.
Yeah, I don't know
Unless
what the
you're moving
difference is.
around.
But I was just saying that, yeah, we can debate we should absolutely address how we're doing this allyship. If anything, if
Can
we
you
were,
explain the disproportionate part?
because we're focusing, like when you focus on men's things, you can leave women out. But if we focused on black women's issues, if we focused on maternal mortality or DV, it would literally improve everyone. So what we need to do is change the perspective on, yeah, we need to start reconfiguring how we address issues versus like just sort of saying, "Oh no, we're just ops now," because that's not true.
Well, the
We just
problem
have a
with that is, right? Who do you think is causing interpartner violence against black women?
Oh no, we know who is, but that all just contributes to the disproportionate allyship.
Yeah, but it's interesting when you say that. If it any allyship will be black women being allies to black men, but it's not vice versa. Black women put themselves on the line all the time for black men. But these issues that like black women specifically, men don't give a fuck about. They don't give a fuck about it because they want to have an advantage. They like when it comes to femicide, we don't hear y'all saying a lot about that. When it comes to our reproductive rights, a lot of men like it that way because they think they should have a say so in what we do with our bodies. So like there's no allyship there. It's one group being an ally to another group and doing labor, which is the problem, which we always doing, being mules for the man.
But that's the unfortunate conundrum of black women. They're in that position with all of their allyships. I mean, I agree, but I think the focus of the solution is basically how do we change our perspective on addressing black issues? How do we convince people that when we say addressing black issues, we should be looking at black women's issues first?
Because black women's issues would be addressing, like you said, everyone's issues. So the oppression that black men face, all of the oppression, every oppression that black men face, black women face those oppressions too. But not every oppression that black women face, black men face. But every oppression that black women face can deal with the LGBT community, the black LGBT, the black elderly, the black disabled, black men, black children. Every issue that Black women can possibly face would address every issue that every Black person faces. So that's why when people get mad and say, when I say that I'm pro Black women, it doesn't make sense to me, because being pro Black woman is being pro Black everyone.
But it's not necessarily that's the case if our numbers are like much higher though. That's the thing.
What numbers?
Well, like the femicide rate being higher amongst Black women, or the mortality rate, like the fact that like those numbers are much higher than the other group, then we can like, yeah, I get what you're saying, like it would impact other groups, but it's if it impacts us the most, then it kind of is still our issue though. That's the thing.
What I'm saying is, if you're okay, so if we're talking about Black femicide, then we also have to talk about how Black women, how the Black children and the children that are affected in domestic violence, because DV doesn't just only happen to Black women, it also happens to Black children. So then that would address the issues that specifically Black children face, right? If we're talking about wealth inequality, we could talk, that would affect
Okay,
Black.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you're saying, okay.
Like, and let me give one more answer. One more thing. Black women are also severely what's it called? Underdiagnosed for ADHD and ADD. That would affect the Black people that have Black disabilities. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So like even with the pay gap, like everybody, like all the groups of women have a pay gap. But when it comes to Black women, we got a larger pay gap. That's the thing.
Right.
But the men don't seem to be concerned with any of that. The thing is, it's important because they come to us and manipulate when they say, well, we need to come together because the Black nuclear family is going to save the community. That right there is manipulation, because he wants to benefit from that woman's labor, and he also want to be like the head of the household, the authority, because he wants to be an oppressor. So that's my main thing I wanted to focus on, because that's a setup. Like you thinking, oh, we're going to be Black excellence, we're going to be this power couple come together. In reality, you're doing this labor to benefit him, and that's nothing but upholding the patriarchal system structure.
Yeah, and also, they don't even research diseases with women in mind. They don't. They literally just mapped out the entire clitoris, like this year or last year, when the clitoris been around since the imaging been around. Nobody knew what it is, where it's at, what it do. Definitely, most of the studies that they do to test out medicines are only tested on men. They don't care about its effects on women, especially Black women. And whoever that is that was saying that we aren't Black women, that when we support Black women is supporting all women, not on these topics that we are bringing up. White women are holding us. You know, did y'all see when that those two pregnant ladies one gave birth in the car, and the other one I think on the side of the road where they were squirming at the hospital, and those white nurses dismissed them like it wasn't nothing. It's definitely stuff definitely specifically affecting Black women disproportionately.
No, I understand that it's a disproportionate effect, but what I'm saying is it's an overall benefit. Like a good example, Henrietta Lacks.
Yeah, hold up. I think that's why I got confused. I get that. I get it, the overall benefit, but my point is that the men are not our allies. Like, are you acknowledging that, like, Black men are not our allies? Because you say that it's some allyship, but it's disproportionate.
They are allies. They're not doing their fair share. But
they're not doing share, though.
Okay, that's what I want you to speak on. We don't need to hear Henrietta Lacks and herself. I want to hear about... Okay,
allyship
explain to
more
us...
Black babies. Their children keep being
What?
born. That's literally, if we're talking about pro-Blackness, creating Black people is a part of that. So there's an allyship
No, it's
there.
not. That's not. No, becoming a mother in this society is first of all, it's a sacrifice. You're seen as a breeder, and you're not giving the amount of support. Us having babies and the men running off and leaving women to raise those babies on their own isn't showing allyship.
If anything, it's actually more detrimental to black women because of the black mortality rate. So you're
Yeah,
trying to sacrifice black women so for more black babies? That doesn't make any
Wait a
sense.
minute, because this is the
It
thing.
seems like y'all don't know what allyship is. Y'all think that if we hang out, have a little relationship or something, that's allyship. No, if your allyship is you're gonna support me and I'm gonna support you. If just having a baby with me don't mean that's support. That don't even make sense. Just for having a relationship with me for a small amount of time does not mean that's support. It's people in full blown marriages that don't support they spouse. That doesn't make sense.
Because
Do
you're
you know what
talking about.
allyship means?
I do, and
If
I
your
can explain.
allyship is
I can explain
shifty,
it
I
to
don't
you.
want to be your ally. You see what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, and I understand that, but there's a difference between whether or not I enjoy this allyship that I'm in and whether or not I'm in one. Because the thing is, as two black people, a man and a
Wait,
woman,
say that again. There's a difference between whether or not you enjoy the allyship or whether
and whether
you're
or
not
not
you're
you're in
in
one.
one.
Yes, there is.
so hold up,
You don't
hold
think
up,
so?
hold up. The thing you said about having the babies was BS. Go ahead with your next example.
No, because I couldn't explain that example. I just heard like feedback, but
Hold
I
up,
didn't
what,
finish the explanation.
hold up. How is black women having babies allyship?
Because as black people, the progression of your race is important. So if you're both uniting to continue, again, you're getting like you're hearing the
Hold on.
distortion of
It's like I
what
responded. Hold up, I responded. You not listening to what I'm saying. How is that allyship if the men are warrant like literally
this
abandoning the
like
children or
so
not
now I
helping?
don't
If it's a
know
how is it allyship if the men are not doing their fair share when it comes to raising a
because that
kid?
fair share has nothing to do with the part. It
How is it
exists. It's
not fair
an
share?
unfair
Coming,
partnership, still a partnership.
no, this is a horrible
An
example because
unfair
Very
like
partnership
much.
is still a
it's a
partnership.
horrible example because like it's like you're not humanizing women at all. Like when
No,
you
no,
say,
no.
well, no, that's not, no, listen, it's not a partnership. The fathers either leave and when they stay, they're not contributing to the household like they're supposed to. The labor of raising the children is put on the woman. There's the allyship is that he came to pump and dump. What are you talking about?
So you're talking about the labor. The labor exists within the partnership. Again, you're getting stuck on the fact that it's unfair, which we both acknowledge. But
That's
it can
no,
only
that's
be
what
an
man
unfair.
was saying that you don't. It sounds like y'all don't know what allyship means. Because
Sounds
this is
like
a
I
you
think
horrible
you can
don't
be
know
you
example.
can
that.
you
Okay,
can piece
what is
of an
an
ally me. Listen to
what is
this.
an
So
allyship?
if
What is
listen to
it?
this. So if I had an abolitionist trying to help me escape from slavery and we escape, and then later on he downside down the street petitioning against my rights as a woman. He's not my ally. Just because you helped me with one, if you were my ally, that means that you're gonna be my ally in all things to assist me to why okay, so you made a kid with me, does that make me your ally? You're proportioning the allyship on individual circumstances. One, as having kids, is not even really one to begin with. The allyship, friendship. You are my friend. If you do one good thing for me and then with two bad things, you're not my friend anymore. You're disproportionate. You're doing the math differently than what
No,
we're doing the math. It's not making sense.
you just said me 5 times. It's not
So did
about.
you not understand nothing I said?
Do you not understand that me is one? You're
No,
talking about an
she's saying
individual.
Oh, I'm
no.
talking
She's
about
saying
everybody. Don't
hold on,
piecemeal one
no.
word.
She said me, but she's talking about a collective group. Like, let's be for real. Wes, are you not saying
Yes.
nothing?
No,
You
no,
came
no,
up
no, no.
here. Hold
No,
up.
no, no.
No,
You're not listening. That's
no.
fine.
I heard
It's
what she
okay. I'm
said. It's
okay with
not.
that.
That's not an argument to have. But you coming up here talking about women having babies is an allyship is bullshit, and you know it.
I
That's
was
bullshit.
literally
Yes,
insane.
sir. No, the
Yeah,
thing is, because we're talking about the benefit of the entire whole of black people, correct?
How is having a baby right? Okay, so
How is
how is having
existing,
a
how
hold
is
on,
not
wait a
going
minute, hold
extinct.
on. This is why it's so hard to have a conversation with men, especially gay men, because you don't like women at all.
Not gonna
Period.
have
You know what I'm
to
saying?
ever. I know
But
you
let me
can't let me
just say
go.
this. Hold
I'm
on,
not
let
gonna
me
hit it.
just
I
say
don't want your
this. Hold
box.
on, West, relax. How is having a baby, right? Allyship for the black community if that child is then going to be abandoned by the father? abandoned by the community, not given the resources that it needs to prosper, not giving an environment that is conducive of raising a stand-up citizen for the Black community. That's not allyship. That's forced birth. That's breeding.
Can I just ask? Can we get there?
Oh,
Can we
you
get?
can't ask nothing. Mute him
You
again.
can't
Thank
ask
you.
you can't ask shit. Shut the fuck up. We're tired of hearing you. Go ahead, Wes.
If we're talking about a partnership between a group and the existence of that group requires both a man and a woman, they both have to work together to
The
continue
insane part is that it sounds like you actually believe this shit.
because
No,
the
no, no,
thing
hold
is
up, hold
everything
up,
that
no,
you're
no, hold up, hold up,
identifying.
no, 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 yeah, no, no,
Okay.
no. Give another
Half of it,
example.
but okay.
This point don't make sense. Do you have another
It
example
doesn't make
besides
sense because you're
breeding?
because you're very
Now, do
myopic.
you
You're
have
looking at
another
it
example
you're looking
besides
at it personally.
breeding? Do
In
you
terms of
have another
allyship,
example besides breeding? Yes.
yes, when women created the Black Lives Matter movement.
No, no, okay. You're missing a point. Listen, Wes. I've already
You
said that
want a
black women.
fair
Hold up.
allyship.
No, hold
You
up.
just want a fair
You so
one.
busy talk. Hold up. You just arguing. I made that point earlier. Black women are absolutely allies to black men. I sit there and I explain the difference between things that impact women disproportionately versus black men. I'm asking you because you're saying that black men are our allies. And you listed breeding. We're not going to argue that because it's a ridiculous example. You have another example of how black men are allies to black women.
Yes, by being by women being their allies, that makes them allies.
Jesus.
No, you just saying stupid shit. No, you just saying stupid shit.
No. This is the thing, though. So this is the thing. What you were asking for, whether or not you want to admit it, is can you name a situation where black men are sacrificing themselves for women?
No, you gotta go. You saying some bullshit. Let's do this. This nigga can go to because you ain't saying nothing. When it comes down to it, y'all have no answers. You have none. You don't have examples because it doesn't exist. Y'all are not allies to black women. That's the trick that's been pulled on black women, thinking we in this shit together, pro-black, pro-black, pro-black. And then when you talk to the men, you realize these men give a fuck about their gender before they even think about race. Matter of fact, race ain't even a motherfucking factor. Y'all keep talking about online in person. Online, we literally see black men in community with white men to dog out black women. We witness it all the time. And the reality is y'all never been our allies. And we've been carrying this load for this longest time. And it's important for black women to understand that love and that care and nurturing shit that y'all say that y'all want from us is not returned. Y'all not even providing. Y'all don't, the protection you talk about does not exist because our numbers when it comes to interpartner violence, sexual assault, femicide is much higher than any demographic group, and that doesn't make sense. If we are supposed to be collectively together as a black community because we have a black issue and black problem, and then the men in the black community are hurting black women at much higher rates than any other group, that's fucking insane. Y'all understand how insane that is? Like we literally grew up in a society where they told us we in this together because the black community, we'll be looking out for the black community, and then we look at our numbers and those same black men are harming us more than any other group. Now y'all tell me, with that being said, who the fuck is our enemy?
You gonna drop us like gentle ladies, Tara?
No, I'm gonna let Josh go.
Oh, ew, yuck! I didn't see him up here.
Hold on, real quick. If y'all ain't send your heart me, go ahead and send a heart me. And if y'all want to subscribe, do so. Tomorrow I'm doing a sub only live on
Before Josh, you go, I do want to just say that you fucking ate, Tara. You ate with that. That was a beautiful soliloquy.
Oh yeah, give her flowers. You could have commented that, but
Thank you, Ease. Not him being a hater.
Hater.
Yeah. Go ahead, Josh. You with your
You
hating
said
ass
some.
nigga.
You've had some crazy panel topics over the years, but this is insane. Black women and men are not allies.
Shout out to the
Let me
fans
say
and the
this.
fans.
No, seriously, as a black trans man, I've lived life, majority of my life, as a black woman, a dark-skinned black woman, and I've seen how evil you light-skinned women get. But
Nigga, you not a trans man. Shut the fuck up. Go
I
ahead,
was
Sir
about to say, what
Xavier.
the fuck is he talking
No, he
about?
playing. No, he playing.
Yeah, I just wanted to
Xavier,
hear
what you want to
that.
say?
I heard you said a stat just a second ago that
Who, me?
yeah, you were talking about the
Yeah, I
black
don't do
men being.
sets. I don't do sets.
You had mentioned something about that
I don't do
black.
sets.
Yeah, I heard you. You had said that black men are the number one predators to black women. Did I hear you correctly?
Would that be incorrect? I didn't word it that way, but we ain't gotta go back and forth about that. Is that not true?
Yeah, it is true. I just wanted to make sure I heard you correctly.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so therefore, can we say the same thing of every race of woman, that their race of man is also the number one predators? Is that the same conclusion you're drawing here?
No, it's like you missed the core point of it. If we are a
Yeah, that's why I'm
marginalized group
asking
that's
you
supposed
about
to
it.
be, hold up. If we're a marginalized group that's supposed to have the strongest bond because our survival is dependent on each other, then our numbers shouldn't be larger than any other group.
So break that down for me. What do you mean by that? Our numbers are larger than?
If you can't, hold up, I can't break that down any further than I already did. You say you was here and heard me give out the numbers or the stats, so you heard what I said, and you agree with it.
This is a difficult conversation. You don't want to talk about stats,
It
but
don't
we're
have to
talking
be.
about
It don't have
stats.
to be. It don't have to be a difficult
Yeah,
conversation. No, because
that's
the thing
cool. I'm
is,
cool
you
with that.
want to like lead up to a point instead of just making your point.
You have a problem with
He's
leading
trying
up
to
to it?
all men it. All men kill bitches, man. Why are we the bad guy? Why you mad at us? Everybody else is
No,
killing
not
the bitches. Why
necessarily.
can't we kill our own bitches either, man?
That's out of
That's
pocket,
exactly what the
East.
fuck that these niggas is
Hell
saying.
no. Absolutely not.
White men get to kill they bitches. Hispanic men, they get to smack they bitches up. What's the problem when I do it?
Nah, she's not tripping, Mink. She's just having a couple laughs, and it's a good one though. She's not tripping. I'm just trying to clarify and get understanding. That's all I'm up here for, is just get some wisdom. I'm not trying to make a gotcha point or
So you
trick you with
agree with
stats.
everything? You just agree with us, and you just come up here to get a better understanding. Is what you saying, Xavier?
The clarification I'm still lost on is you said that we have more numbers
Yeah,
of unaliving. Is that what you're trying to say?
yeah, that's one.
Okay. So then
Hey, Jane
therefore
Doe,
are we talking conclusions, are we talking solutions, or are we just talking about the issues today?
you can talk whatever you want to talk. The floor is yours, sir.
Right on. Let me ask another question though. What percentage of black men do you think are, these terrible individuals, if you had to put a number out
Um,
there?
yeah, too many. That's the number. Too many.
Has it always been this way, or did something happen in history where all of a sudden society
Cause
changed to this?
this what I'm saying. Instead of you just making a point, you doing this weird thing. Just make the point you want to make. Cause I'm gonna tell you how you're not a victim. And you can shut the fuck up with that one. Go ahead.
I'll say it a second time. I just came up to get clarification, understanding, and get
You're
some
not trying
wisdom.
to get
I have no point to
clarification
make.
when I'm asked a leading question, sir. I know you're trying to lead to a point instead of just making a point. Just say what you want to say.
I'll say my opinion on it is that,
Okay, there you go.
yeah. There we go. There's a wide variety of individuals out here, right? And if you make a generalization
I mean, we are
of
having a discussion on a panel, so that's
right,
kind of how the panel discussion works.
generalizations, huh?
We're having a general conversation, and that's what happened when we're talking about sociology and anthropology, sir.
Right. So if black men and women are not meant for each other, then what? What is the solution?
Is
Who are we
we
meant
need to
for?
separate that. Then we need to understand who the op is.
You realize that like lines up perfectly with Klan member and CIA
And you know
talking
what?
points,
It
right?
does. It does. But here's the point. Then why aren't the black men doing something about it? Because it's not that it just lines up. Why y'all doing the work of the Klans and that CIA then?
That's the country we live in, unfortunately. And there is a sect of men out here that are doing something about it. We could talk
So
about
not
that, but
enough. So not enough. Too many causing harm and not enough doing anything about it.
no, I agree with you. I agree with you. There's a ton of us men who, even if we sit back and we think like, oh, this criminal, this person who did something horrible, he's going to jail, right? We might think that he's going to jail, but judges and police officers could be paid off from the inside.
Yeah, I agree.
Like we
Not
live
enough
in
for y'all
a.
doing. That's what I'm
Go
saying.
ahead.
I don't think we should help aid men against the prison industrial complex because more of y'all need to be locked up.
Don't need
There's
to
no
aid
way our
what?
femicide. No. There's no way our femicide rate should be at this. More of y'all need to be in jail. We need to stop protecting y'all. Like, call the police and lock your ass up. Because
Right,
when
we're
it comes
saying
to you
that
being in
women.
jail and a woman losing her life, y'all need to be in jail.
Right. So we agree that women and children should be protected, right? We're not trying to say that
Yeah.
women are
Yeah. To
equal
lock the
and they're
niggas up
just.
that's calling. Yeah, to lock the men
Right, right.
who, and that's the thing. You saying that though. We know that in America, the black woman is the most vulnerable, right? And least protected. And what do the men do? They walk away. They walk away.
Yeah, it's a pretty terrible thing. I agree.
Yeah.
That's yeah, I've even like on other subjects, even like lighter subjects like colorism or self-hatred, like that's still a thing. You know, I've always seen it. We've always seen it since kids, but
Hold up,
it's
black
still
men
a
care
thing in
about colorism.
2026.
But hold up, what are black men talking about with colorism? Are black men not colorist? Do not like. I've dated men as a light skinned woman. You know how many men have complimented me on being light skinned? You know what kind of how fucking weird that is? How fucking sick that is. So yeah, y'all don't give a fuck about
Yeah, it's
colorism,
the
sir.
weird shit. That's
Yeah,
the
so
weird
y'all
shit that
uphold
I've been
colorism.
talking
Y'all
about.
uphold colorism. You uphold colorism.
Me personally.
No, you don't get to be an individual when we talking about the collective side.
Right. Just want to clarify. Yeah, I mean, what else can we talk about? You know, when it comes to the justice of it, right? Like we can't just rely on the prison industrial complex to
Hold
Why
on,
give us the
we got
not?
too
justice
many
that we're
problems.
looking for.
Why not? Why
Go
we
ahead.
can't?
Because we saw what they did with Epstein. We can't act like we didn't see what we just saw. That the police force, the FBI,
That's
CIA,
a white people problem.
every
Epstein
single
didn't want no.
government.
Hold on. That's a white people problem. Epstein didn't want no black women on the island. But you know who did want them at the island? Diddy. There was a lot of black women on the Diddy parties that was getting candied up and graped. So again, why the fuck would we care? Why can't we rely on the justice system? If anything, it seems like the justice
AT
system
baby.
been helping us out. Keep these niggas in jail.
Oh,
Hold
you
on,
want
you said
us?
Xavier a
You want
white
more
man?
black men locked up? Okay,
Xavier, you a white
cool.
man?
Nah, I'm black as hell. Come on now, don't do that to me. I'm just from Seattle.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
Right. So East, talk to me. You
Hold
want
on,
more
real quick.
black
Hold
men
on,
locked up?
no.
Is that what we're talking
Hold on.
about?
Let me just say this. Black women, because apparently the children are grouped with us, because like they are our responsibility. Interestingly, we got too many problems to worry about where y'all end at. So yeah, call the police, lock you up. We can't be running around looking for any other way to put you in. Y'all say y'all get put out, so go ahead and get put up in the prison, so we can do what the fuck we gotta do. We're
Yeah.
safer that way. You know.
What they say, 3
Thank you, T
hots in the
baby.
cot? You be good. You be
Yeah.
alright. You tough, nigga. Y'all be tough with us. Be tough in prison. Be tough in jail. Be tough with them other niggas.
No.
Don't drop the
Nigga,
soap.
stop turning your camera on. Don't nobody want to see you.
How you know we ain't even asked them yet? How you know?
Hold on, nigga. I don't want to see your face. Stop camming up. What you want to say, George?
I want to say happy Friday to y'all, man. How you doing? Black men.
You ain't talking about shit.
Bye, George.
Say Xavier just came up here to apparently agree because he agreed with everything.
Put that on me. I don't agree with everything
Hold
you
on.
said
What did
the
you
other day.
disagree with? What did you disagree
Thinking
with?
thinking that the prison industrial complex is the solution to the problems right now when
No.
we just
Hold
saw
up.
that.
No. Hold
Go
up. The problems. And we're not talking about the problems. We're talking about women's problems. Like us saying that, like, if the police and them gotta hold y'all in cages so y'all stay away from us, then so be it. Like, tell us how a man in prison going to harm a woman and her children. How?
Right, we got to back up a second.
No.
Of course, if you lock up every man, I'll tell you.
Hold up. No. Answer my question. How is a man in prison going to harm a woman and her child?
Of course not. You wouldn't.
All right, so hold up. So you do agree with what was said there? Because that was the point.
Fuck no. Of course not. Of course not.
No. You said of course, so you agree. You
No, I said of
understand
course
where I'm coming
not.
from.
Nah.
No, because you want to
Tara.
respond and talk about your problems, and fine, I'm gonna let you have it. But you did agree with my point. But go ahead.
If you literally locked up every man away from women, the femicide would stop. But if that's your solution to
Sound like
society,
a win to me. Hold up, that
I
sound like a win
mean,
to
that's
me.
kind of
A
elementary,
win is
childish.
a win. No, that's a win is a win. What do you mean elementary and childish? You talking about people's lives? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about real life. It's childish. You know that's never gonna happen. So like, why even sit here and fantasize about it? Let's keep it real. At the end of the
Wouldn't it
day,
be nice?
this
Yeah, that
fear.
would be utopia. We be
God.
safe. We be safe. It would be nice. It
Okay,
is
so
something
you're
we can
talking
only
about
dream
safety,
about.
right?
Hold up. So we can only dream about being safe. As you said,
So
our
let's talk about
safety is never gonna
stats.
happen.
If we're allowed to talk about stats, what are the chances that a victim of violence, what percentage chance is that victim going to be a woman versus a man? Have you thought about this yet?
Hold up. I don't want to say why you jerk off to violence against women. I don't do that. Y'all niggas be weird. I guess that's it, y'all. The arguments wasn't an argument today. Bunch of repetitive ass niggas not talking about it. But let me reiterate the 3 ways that men manipulate women, like women, has been race loyalty. This guys that we are in alliance, we are not, and that we're working together when the women are the ones doing the labor. That was one. When it comes to them making the feminist movement seem like white women shit and like black women didn't benefit from it, that was 2, right? Because that's bullshit. Damn, I forgot the third one. Oh, the family structure. When they come and have these conversations, they like they protect the providers and they should be the head of the household. That's the third thing they try to do to kind of like get us to loop in with them. When the truth really is a man in your house when you got a predator in your house. You're not safe. But man, what's up, 30? You taking too long to load, nigga.
I'm here now.
Yeah, I'm about to
Hey,
end this shit. What you want to say?
I want to say black women and men are allies, and I'll tell you why. The reason why I say that is because black men and black women lift each other up. We
Black
speak
men don't
life.
lift women up.
Yes, we do, and we speak life
No,
into each other.
y'all say y'all love black women before y'all punch them in the face. But y'all, see y'all later. Bye.